This episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers is brought to you by the generosity of our backers on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/esotericrp to find out how you can become a backer too. We create and broadcast these episodes live on native lands. We acknowledge these are unceded lands, with diverse communities maintaining connections to these places, and recognize their ancestors, their elders, both past and present, and future generations. Learn more by visiting the Native American Rights Fund website at narf.org. The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers present the Maid RPG with David-kun as the Game Master. All right. Well, welcome to this very special episode of the Esoteric Order of Roleplayers. I think this may be our most esoteric entry so far. It's entirely possible. Yeah.
Probably won't be the most ordered.
No,
Right.
There will be no order. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. If I were to stat up our podcast on like 3 stats: esoteric, order, and role playing, I think you could probably create a rating system, really.
I was gonna say you should do that for all the series.
Yeah.
No, you should do that for each player. in the
Oh,
God.
game.
Oh,
that's a great
Jesus.
idea.
Why not?
That's a
both?
great idea. Yeah. Let me
You
hold
have
on. Let
the
me
dots
just go
that make
through.
the wonky triangle, with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah,
bad
this
choice.
would be a job for AI, actually. I would
True.
call in AI on this one. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to go through 518 episodes and rate each one
Oh my god.
on 3 stats. But yeah, not to mention the players in all 518
Oh my god.
episodes. But funnily enough, today's game, Maid RPG, as it's commonly referred to, takes a similar approach. It really just has a basic core of attributes that define your character, and it's a very simple system. It's a D6 based system, and I don't know what to say. I've gathered some resident anime nerds from the bullpen, and I don't. So before I get into my spiel, Kenny, Rainey, Santi, you all have joined me here, and what is your familiarity, A, with this game? I suspect 0, and B, with this subgenre of anime, also possibly 0. Kenny, I'll start with you.
Oh, good. I I guess with maid animes, I don't know that I'm like super duper familiar with many maid anime. Like I'm aware of like animes like Black Butler. And but I guess the most like the anime subgenre that I would be like most familiar with would be adjacent to this. Would be things like the host club, like Ouran Host Club and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not coming in super hot on anime knowledge with this stuff. Most of the anime butlers I know are like the anime or maids, I guess, would be like the butler from Helsing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not super familiar with the genre. I know I co-wrote the game actually, but
You co-wrote Maid RPG.
exactly.
Amazing.
What a twist that would be.
What a revelation. Yeah, I
What
know.
if I just never told you about it? I'm like, yeah, I'll come play.
Yeah. Yeah. My pen name is actually
Yeah.
I forget the author's name. Oh shit.
No, it's a
Rio
smack in the face.
Rio Kamiya. That's
Oh,
my
there we
pen
go.
name actually. And
Don't judge me. No, I don't know
yeah,
anything. I don't know anything about this game. I'm very excited to play it, though. I'm sure it's going to be absolute fucking chaos.
it is. Well, that's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Rainey, how about you?
Well then. I mean, my understanding of the game is that the level of chaos contained in the tables that will be deciding our fate
Mhm.
means that we can lean into many anime genres.
Mhm.
But as far as like maid specific ones, I mean, a lot of them fall into kind of the slice of life and like bishoujo anime and stuff like that. So I have
Mhm.
a lot of familiarity with said genres.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm into it. I'm here for it. I'm ready to go.
Cool. How about you, Santiago?
All right. In place of Des, today I will be having technical difficulties. So
Well,
let's
somebody has
strap
to.
in. I
The
mean,
rules of the
it's a dirty
yeah,
job. Someone's got to do it.
that's right.
Normally, Des tanks it for us, having the highest constitution among us. But today,
That's
I'm
right.
going to have to step up to the plate. Not much of an anime nerd, honestly. My anime cred does not
Mhm.
run very deep. All of my anime phase was, 90s, early aughts. So I caught
Mhm.
up on a lot of what was popular in my social circle. Lots of Trigun, Cowboy Bebop. Of course, you hit all the classics,
The
Akira.
classics. Yeah.
I'm a giant fan of Appleseed, and I'm like the only person I know
Ooh.
who's watched it. You know,
I like
what mean?
Appleseed. I like Appleseed.
Yeah. I mean, I watched there was a
Appleseed.
movie, right? There was a movie of it, and I had some of the manga trade paperbacks back in the day. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
So
We're all
now
learning
son.
about each other today.
my
That's right.
circle has expanded, you know. And that's about it. I mean, I think Rainey mentioned this morning when we were talking that we're in this like new golden age of anime. So I'm catching up. I'm kind of on the popular edge of that wave where it's like I consume stuff that goes mainstream because it pings my radar. So I'm hitting like, One Piece and stuff like that. And Delicious Dungeon is fantastic because it reminds me of
I've heard that's really good.
Utama game,
I've
and
heard
it's
that
really
too.
nice.
Yeah.
Maid as a genre, just met her tonight. This game, I just met her tonight. So
That's great. I love it. I love that we have a spectrum then.
Yeah.
And by the way, in terms of like 90s and early aughts, well, that's where this game's from. This game was originally published in 2004. And this translation is from 2008, which amazingly enough was 16 years ago. Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Let's just let that
man.
soak in.
Yes.
That means I graduated 18 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm almost at my 20 years. What the fuck?
Man. If your diploma was a person, it could vote.
Bro, time is a thief.
If this game was a person, it could have a driver's license. So yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Albuquerque. They hand them out.
It's like to replace the DMV with a vending machine. Awesome. Yeah. Picture even looks good. That would be truly dystopian. Johnny Cab style. Like, are you here to renew a driver's license? Register a vehicle. Like,
oh, God.
All kinds of graffiti on it, nose broken off. Yeah.
Rainey, I'm glad you mentioned like the slice of life anime. Because I do like those. And even though my favorite anime ever is the 6-episode FLCL, which is kind of a slice of life. I mean, but it plays into a lot of anime tropes and likes to do a lot of parody. So yeah, I'll probably be leaning on FLCL quite a bit today.
It's interesting.
Booty
My
coo.
favorite of all time, since you mentioned it, is Golden Boy. So
I haven't seen
I don't
Golden
know
Boy.
if anyone is
Oh, you
familiar with
shouldn't.
that.
It's all right.
Oh,
No,
Rainy
Wait,
does
I
not like it.
shouldn't?
I fucking love it.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Well, you shouldn't.
it's
Obviously, it comes highly recommended for me.
inappropriate.
Fair.
Inappropriate. There's like no nudity in it at all.
I don't know. Something about these scroll. Good God, help me. Maybe I should check this out.
Down, boy,
I'm-
down.
I know.
My favorite slice of life anime is Azumanga Daioh.
I love Azumanga, but only because Rainy introduced me
Yeah.
to it.
That's a
Well, not-
that's a
it's good.
schoolgirl anime, but where one of them has a dad who is a cat with noodle arms and doesn't like tomatoes.
That's
So.
amazing. I'm gonna write these down because that's
Azumanga
awesome.
Daioh is amazing.
Azumanga Daioh is absolutely worth watching, and it's great. It's the best.
Golden Boy is also amazing. Pay no attention to the hater to my right.
I'll give it a shot. Based on screenshots alone, I'll give it a shot.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I guess I may be outing myself here, but I guess the other, like, since we're talking about
Yeah.
like magical high school girls and stuff, like the other one that I got crazy obsessed with was Kill la Kill.
Oh yeah, classic.
So
Classic.
unbelievably good. I mean, like, you know, like horny teenage, you know, whatever aside, like the storyline is incredible. I love it. I'm excited to I fucking love that show. And that is on a 10-year anniversary this year. 10 years since Kill la Kill came out.
Really? That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh wow. Huh.
Unbelievable. Terrifying.
All right. Well, so my situation, my positionality is very, very typically me, in that it's like it's all peripheral. It's all like kind of like I've seen more animes that are parodying animes than the original things that they're parodying. You know what I mean? Like I think like one of the first animes I saw was Project Aiko, which I didn't realize till after the fact was supposed to be a parody. I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, you know?
Like listening to Weird Al and not knowing who Michael Jackson is.
Exactly. Exactly. It so is. It so is. And like I legitimately love Cromartie High School. That's another one, but that's parodying that kind of like tough boy, like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, like kind of bad boy high school trope, you know.
Man, have you guys seen this is what it's gonna turn into. Have you guys seen what is it called? It's called like magical fuck, hold on. Magical shopping arcade, Abenobashi.
Oh.
Dude, that one, it flies under the radar. I feel like I never talked to anybody who has seen it. But it's about a magical shopping arcade, and every episode is a parody of a different trope in anime.
Oh my God.
It is hilarious. It's so good. Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's so funny. And so they're going through like all these different dimensions, and each one is just like, it's like, here's the Dragon Ball Z episode. And it's like,
right. Yeah,
it's so hilarious. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, is that if you ask me, have you seen anime blah, I'll be like, no, I haven't. Sorry. You know, like it's just so, but the thing is, yeah, statistically, no, absolutely not. But that's fine, because I'm just here to facilitate this game. I don't really need to be familiar with the tropes, and nor do you lot either, really, because the, like Rainey said, there's a lot of like random tables and things that are going to fill that in. That all being said, yet again, I am being subjected to engaging with something that is meant as parody without actually knowing the core material, because apparently that's what this game is. This game is parodying all of the tropes in like maid animes, harem animes, you know, all the kind of related, you know, slice of life animes, all that kind of stuff. which means there are some elements in here. And I remember when this game came out, some people were like jumping on it for like, this is a sick and perverted game, you know, because they weren't really understanding the parody element of it. So there are, I think, some elements in this game we might not wish to engage with. We might want to just kind of tiptoe around and maybe just kind of ask politely to leave. Um, Specifically like all the lolly stuff and like, you know, yeah. So like you can literally roll up a character trait like some young, and then the book's like, you can decide how young that is. And like, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
No,
No,
you actually can't.
You can't decide that.
No, you cannot. Either of those things you cannot do. No.
So just know that you all we have kind of a an airsats X card in effect, where it's like if anything comes up and you're just like, I would rather not, please, you know, say so, message me on the Discord, whatever, and like we'll just be like, yeah,
especially like the classic anime era.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of gross stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah. So this is the book. It's, you know, kind of standard size. Originally, the game actually came out as like a little 32-page digest style game, and then they just kept releasing supplements for it. So this book collates all the material that was ever released for the game into one book.
The greatest hits.
It is. Well, it's the greatest hits and the rest as well.
Right.
Greatest hits and misses. And so that includes, it has like, I don't know, 3 or 4 what do they call them? Replays, right? Like kind of actual plays, like written out as, you know, dialogue. And yeah, these players were unhinged, so they were not shy about just engaging with all the tropes, which again we will not be doing. So
now I desperately want to read them.
Yeah, right. Actually, no, it'll probably make you a little like uncomfortable. Make your skin crawl. But that being said, I'm just gonna quote. So there's some translators notes in here that were very handy. They also they have a lot of like recommended anime and manga titles. I haven't heard of any of them. Well, actually, no, I'd heard of Emma, a fairly serious story about a maid in 19th century England who falls in love with a member of the gentry. But yeah, there's just Hayate, the combat butler. There are optional rules for creating a butler in here. You know, I think at some point basically the guy says, you know, although realistically this game is really just a one-shot game, you know, there's actually like enough material in this book to basically play nothing but Maid for like the rest of your life and still not have like gone through all the options, you know. So,
that's what I look for in a Maid RPG.
That's right. We're going to become a only Maid RPG stream here, podcast.
Oops on Maids. Forward.
Yeah. So yeah, it talks a little bit about how just ridiculous the genre is and how completely not grounded in reality it is. Let's see, for a lot of people, even people who would readily pick up this game, the idea of playing a girl who is subservient to a master played by the GM is at least a little discomforting. Of course, the friends Kamiya Sensei found to play with for the replays included in this book are about at the opposite extreme and happily roleplay their maids getting into romantic entanglements and worse. My experience thus far has been that people naturally find their own comfort zone, though that can be further into the realm of weirdness than you might think. You don't have to get totally freaky to enjoy Maid RPG. It excels at weirdness, but you can run things that are downright tame too if you like. The happy birthday scenario included in this book is a good example of how the game can border on the mundane at times. When someone seems uncomfortable, talk about it and come to a solution. Someone's being a stick in the mud, find out why they're not joining in your twisted fun. That said, in playing the game with Americans, both close friends and totally random strangers at conventions and the like, I've noticed a definite pattern in how they roleplay their maids. Either they almost completely ignore the master and run amok, or they're ridiculously subservient to his every whim. Although you can certainly have an entertaining game either way, I want to take the time to point out the middle road between these two extremes. In He Is My Master, one of the aforementioned, animes, I guess, Izumi is more or less stuck working for Yoshitaka, and while she can't afford to lose her maid job, she also doesn't willingly put up with all the crap he tries to put her through. In Maid RPG, this helps out in two different ways. First, it makes the characters both more three-dimensional and more entertaining. Second, from the master's point of view, a certain amount of resistance is more interesting. The life of a wealthy dilettante can apparently get pretty dull. Maids who ignore you aren't worth employing, and maids who do anything you ask without hesitation can get boring after a while. As players, try to find that middle ground. Finally, if you find yourself dealing with someone who just can't handle the idea of playing a female maid, not that that's any of you, but you'll see why I'm quoting this shortly, take a cue from Fifth Element director Luc Besson. He got Chris Tucker to wear some truly amazing outfits as Ruby Rod by easing him into it a bit at a time. If you're dealing with a skeptic, have him roll up a butler, and with any luck, their silly resistance will waver. So we're all here to be Chris Tucker in Fifth Element.
Good.
We're all here to pretend to be girls a little at a time.
That's right. Okay, so that all being said, you should all have a form-fillable PDF character sheet.
Yes.
And let me get that open for myself as well, just so I can kind of see what you all are looking at.
I hope there's a name generator.
Sadly, no. But
what?
I bet if you Google anime maid name generator,
yeah.
Oh, Christ. Anime maid name generator is what I'm about to Google and get on the list.
I bet there is one. Like for real.
There has to be. There has to be.
Servant names.
Everyone's on that list
and
by
anime
default.
name generator.
You do things to get taken off the list.
You do things to get off the list.
All right. So while you're thinking about that, or Googling that or whatever, let's just jump in. So I'm going to also use the optional rules for generating a master, because in the core game, it's just kind of like, oh, the master's just kind of there. But I like the idea of creating, seeing where the dice take me there as well. So, because the master can run all sorts of gamuts themselves. So
yeah.
And we need a tour to Maid RPG.
We do. We're not going to use all the optional rules. We're not going to use the rules for seduction, for example.
Oh.
Or oh, what the fuck did I just see? So there's there's all these tables. There's D6 tables, there's D66 tables, and then there's D666 tables.
Oh.
And so they have a D66 items table, and I was just flipping past it on my way to the master generating rules, and right up there, top left, fertility goddess milk. So there you go.
That's literally in Berlin, bro. Okay,
literally in Berlin. I did not get it from Maid RPG, just for the record.
Damn it.
Sorry. Okay, so step one is attributes. So the other thing I regret to inform you is that there's multiplication and division both in character creation and in
I literally
the game
got
mechanics.
my calculator today because I know
Hell
I
yeah.
need it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Ready.
what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through the six attributes. The six attributes: athletics, affection, skill, cunning, luck, and will. You're going to roll 2d6 and divide by 3, rounding down for each of those.
Okay. So 2d6, we add them together, divide them by 3, rounding down.
And that's your attribute number, yes.
My athletics is 3.
Mine is 1.
Yeah, so we're doing them in order, it appears. Okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
However you want to do it.
Roll, my dude.
Right. Athletics 1. Sounds good.
Affection 4. I just got boxcars.
Nice.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Affection 1.
I'm so
all right.
Don't worry, these do get modified by a couple other table rolls. So this is just your base.
Oh, okay. Cunning. I'm very cunning. 4.
Nice.
Luck.
I'm already having a blast.
Yes,
oh,
great.
good. Love it.
I love my very average maid, just like not sure what's going on with the rest of you all. It's fine. It's good.
And we're divided by 3. That's right.
Divided by
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
Rounded
Great.
down.
All right. I got 1 athletics, 4 affection, 3 in skill, 2 in cunning, 2 in luck, and 3 in will.
Nice. 3
Oh.
athletics, 2 affection, 2 skill, 3 cunning, 3 luck, 2 will.
Nice. 1 athletics, 1 affection, 1 skill.
No.
4 cunning, 2 luck, 3 will.
Badass.
Okay, nice. Okay, and just
Also
quick
has-
definitions.
Oh, yeah.
Quick definitions. So athletics are physical and combat ability. Affection is how good are you at forming bonds with your master and the other maids. Skill is how good are you at your maid duties. Cunning is how capable are you at tricking enemies and other maids and deceiving the master. Luck is just how lucky are you. And will is how positive and constructive is your thinking.
I love it.
Part of the point of the game is earning favor from the master. And so there's kind of a competition element there where you're trying to out compete the other maids to earn
I'm
more
really
favor.
good at this.
Okay. We'll see. All right. Maid types. So here's where it already gets dicey. So you're going to roll 1d6 twice to get 2 maid types. You can, if you roll the same number, you're just double that type. You're extra that type, right?
Oh, okay.
But it's going to create kind of a usually a hybrid. Like you might be a boyish heroine, or you might be double pure or something.
Whoa.
Like so. Okay.
Double
I
pure.
rolled. I don't think I like what I got.
Okay, Rainy, what'd you get?
What'd you get?
I got 4 and a 5.
Okay,
Which,
you got.
if I follow, I don't know if the drop downs are in the same order as your table, though. So I would like to hear from you.
Oh, that's right. You have drop
Oh.
downs. Let me see here.
Maid types.
Let's see. I don't know. No, they're not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Then I might be okay. All right.
So you
Tell
got
me what I
you
got.
got boyish and cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is better than a
Ah.
pure Lolita. So
Pure Lolita.
I was not ready to play that
Nope.
today.
Gonna nope out of that one.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Okay, so boyish is defined as wild, energetic, vigorous, and at first glance looks like a boy.
Yeah.
Cool is composed, expressionless, unflappable, and doll-like.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm a
Okay,
boy doll.
so
Okay.
so what these do is they give you a bonus and a penalty to your attributes. So weirdly enough, cool gives you skill +1, but boyish gives you skill -1. So that zeroes out.
Uh-huh.
But you do get a +1 to athletics and a -1 to affection.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Santi, you want to go next?
Let's do it. All right. Type 1. 3.
Okay, that's pure. You're pure, maidenly, clean, and fragile. What's the next one?
Okay. Next up is 4.
Cool. So you're cool and pure.
All right. Like a laundry detergent.
So that's going to zero out
Get
your
ready to role play.
affection bonus, but you get a +1 to skill and a -1 to cunning.
Okay. So harump. Skill goes to 0, you said? You were saying?
Yes, attributes
Okay.
can start at 0.
Right. And then
Wow.
cunning goes to 3. And you said 1 went up somewhere? Somehow?
No, affection got zeroed out. There was a +1 and a -1 for affection. So that
So
got
nothing
zeroed out.
happens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Splendid.
All right, Kenny. Let's see if you can roll double Lolita. Come on.
I wish, dude. I'm not that lucky. I got a 4 and a 6. So I'm cool something.
You're a cool heroine.
Holy shit. Main character
Yeah.
energy.
So the heroine is earnest, single-minded, tries her very best. So all 3 of you are cool. That's fascinating.
Yeah. We're cool maids. We're from
yeah.
the Cool Maid Service.
Cool
That's
maid
true.
service. Oh my god.
Cool
That's the name
maids.
of our thing. That's the name of our
Cool
thing.
maids. Yeah.
Cool maids.
That's the name of
Cool.
the anime. Cool Maid
Yeah.
Service.
Yeah.
I'd read it. I'd read
Fuck
it.
yeah. All right. So you get a +1 skill, +1 will, -1 affection, -1
Aw.
luck.
Damn. Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
So I'm down to 3 affection then.
Oh, boo.
But a 4 will.
Yeah,
I'm overly
whoa,
I'm
shit.
at one affection, so
One affection.
I care nothing for this affection thing.
Does anyone else have a 0 other than Santi in any attributes? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, that's good. All right, next we're rolling maid colors. So this is I don't know if it's on your, oh yeah, there it is, clothes, eye, and hair. All right, so your maid uniform is going to be a particular color. And then optionally you can roll on the table for your eye and hair color as well in the grand anime tradition. So we'll go backwards, I guess. Kenny, give me 2d6 rolls, please.
2d6. A 5 and a 6.
So your uniform color is let's see, where was that? Metallic.
Okay. All
You
right.
got a silver maid dress. Silver lame, I guess. And then
Yeah.
do you want to roll for your eye and hair color?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Is it 2d6 both times?
Same. It's the same, yeah.
A 2 and a 1.
All right, you've got purple eyes.
Oh my god. It's the best day of my life. And then a 1 and a 2.
Oh, and purple hair.
It's
Fascinating. Fascinating.
the best day.
All right, Rainy.
It's me.
All right. 2d6. Do you want them added together?
No, they're separate.
Okay. 4 and 6.
So your color is, oh, okay, weird. So Kenny, yours just says metallic, but Rainy, yours specifically says silver.
Yes, that is a
So I
separate
guess
option.
Kenny, yours is more like iron color or something, like kind
It's
of
wearing
Interesting.
armor.
Armor.
steel. Yeah, right.
Maybe brassy,
All right.
Could be
Eye
brass.
spun
color-
bronze.
Yeah.
Eye color roll is 2 and 6.
Indigo.
Very good. All right. And then the hair color rolls 2 and 3.
Green.
Okay. Cool.
Striking. All right. And Santi.
Okay, clothes, uniform. Let's see. 5 and 1.
Brown.
This is going about yeah, as it should. Okay. Here we go. Eye color. 1 and 3.
Orange.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And hair. 6 and 3.
Gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
Gold hair, orange eyes, and I prefer brown. So we're gonna go with
Brown
tweed.
dress.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The next step is to determine your maid's special qualities. These are various physical, mental, or social traits that distinguish a maid from her fellows. Normally, maids get 2 special qualities, and we're going to stick with that. Okay. So, Santi, please give me a D66 roll.
Okay. D6, because I grabbed 3 because I thought I'd only need 2. So
Oh yeah. So you're going to roll 2d6 and you're going to read it like a percentile dice. So the first number is going to be tens, and then the second number will be ones.
Got it. So we've got yellow for tens and white for ones. Here
Sounds
we
good.
go. All right, 52.
A 52. You have an inclination towards criminal acts. Go to the criminal tendencies table.
Oh my god, yes.
Nice.
Let's go.
Subtables. All right. Please roll
Tables in tables in
1d6.
All right.
I will love this game.
6.
Oh no. Okay, you can notepad of this if you want. This is stalker. You're stalking a particular person. Select the target from among the other PCs or the master.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. I'll stalk
Okay.
the master.
That sounds good. I'm into that.
Right. Where do we put this information?
So this would be special, what was it called? Special qualities.
Special qualities.
Yes.
Excellent.
I love that under criminal tendencies, one of the other ones is otaku. It's like that makes you a
Yes.
criminal.
That's hilarious.
See.
Okay. I found criminal
I see.
tendencies. So you choose stalker
Stalker.
for the drop
yes,
down.
Choose stalker.
Okay,
Yes.
got it. Yeah,
Let's see what your second one is.
different.
Do we get all of these? Do we get fucking 6?
No, you can add more with experience
okay.
and shit. Because again,
okay.
you can play this as a
Also
campaign,
overdone.
amazingly enough.
Okay.
We will play this as a campaign. That's what I'm
No.
hearing.
No. Okay.
That's 2.
Oh, a D66, please.
Oh, here we go. 26.
You're greedy.
Nice.
You will do absolutely anything for the sake of money, it says.
You're a greedy stalker.
Santi, just to get you
Stalking
excited,
the master.
you
want
can
money.
you can get werewolf.
That's true.
Look,
That
I don't
is
want to be
that is an
typecast,
option.
okay?
And you can well, I was gonna say because I'm praying for vampire.
Aw. All right, Rainey, let's see what you can come up with here.
Right. I've got 21.
You have brown skin. Your skin is a dark brown color. It could be natural or a tan.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
And then a second one, you say?
Brown skin with green hair. That's very striking.
Yeah. My second one is a 62.
Oh, we got a sub-table membership.
Yeah.
In addition to being a maid, you're also a member of a certain organization.
Ooh.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll a D6 for me. Oh, there's some interesting options on here.
6.
You got the most boring one. You're actually a government official who is working as a maid, whether because you're a nurse, a detective going undercover, or a politician's secretary.
Okay. I'm into it. That's why I'm so like nonchalant and non-affectionate. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
True.
whatever. I'm just here.
You're like trying to bust the master for tax evasion or something.
Oh,
you know? Like,
we don't say that word here.
what, taxes?
Yeah, we don't say that word.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We dodged the T word.
All right, Kenny. Oh no, sorry, Rainey.
oh.
Oh yeah, Rainey, you did both. Okay, yeah, Kenny.
Yeah, I'm good.
D66, right?
Yep.
A 46.
Another subtable, and
Oh,
this
shit.
is you have a special accessory attached to your uniform. Roll a d6 for me.
A 6.
You have a pet.
No way.
A cat, snake, raven, or some other small animal is a pet that rests on your shoulder or in your hand.
Oh, bro. Do they have
You're so excited.
I know. Do they have stat buffs or anything like that?
No, it's purely
Okay.
cosmetic.
Purely cosmetic. Fuck. I'm gonna do a
It's
raven.
All right. Well, of course
You know
you
I
are.
gotta do it. Of course I am. You know I do a raven. Okay. And another one,
And another one.
14.
That's so funny. Each of you rolled one subtable result and one non-subtable result.
Perfectly balanced.
You were quiet. It says you have a cool,
Ah.
subtle demeanor. No, there are no rules regarding how often you speak.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Well, because there are actually, so there is, this is one of those games where there's like a fourth wall break in terms of basically like when you take too much stress, you have a stress explosion. So just pause so everyone can go relatable. And and we're going to determine what that is in the next step, actually. But when you have your stress explosion, you have to act in accordance with what your particular expression of it is for a number of minutes equal to like, you know, how badly you failed. And I have to like start a timer IRL. And then, you know, once that timer's up, then you can stop acting in accordance with your stress explosion. So
That's hilarious.
yeah. All right. So we are going to find out your roots. So Kenny, please roll a D66 again.
A 22.
I just realized how much D66 sounds like D6D6. It's very
True.
confusing. Oh no, more infiltration. Your roots are revenge. The master is your hated enemy, and you're infiltrating his mansion in order to extract revenge.
Oh, badass. Living for this.
And let's go ahead and do your stress explosion as well, since that's part of the step too. So same thing, D66, please.
46.
Your stress explosion is rampage.
Yes.
You can use anything you can lay your hands on to run around destroying things around the mansion.
Cool.
All right, Rainy, what are your roots?
Let's find out. 44.
What the fuck? Oh, wow. Okay. The dice gods are clearly sending a message. Infiltrator, you are a member of an organization that opposes the master, and you have been spent to spy on or possibly even assassinate him. So that
By
really
the government.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
All right, and
Yep.
then my stress.
Your stress explosion. Yep.
61.
Prayer, you escape through religion, relentlessly praying to heaven for protection.
All right. All right.
Okay. Santa Maria. All right. Santiago.
All right. You need a 1d6.
D66, please.
Ah, gotcha. That'll hoary old chestnut again. Okay.
Indeed. It keeps coming
Here
up.
we go. 65. And that's not
Ooh.
6d5, that's 65.
This is hilarious. Your roots are who knows. You're really not quite sure how you wound up becoming a maid.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much to play with here. I love it because I could just my backstory. Like I showed up one day to try and sell something, and
I've always been here.
Oh, good, you're here, and I just got walked in and put to work, and I just kind of passively, this is my life now.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah, you keep it's like when someone at work gets your name wrong, but you don't correct them quickly enough, and then at a certain point you're just like, I guess I'm just Brian to that guy. It'd be too embarrassing for both of us for me to correct him at this point.
Yeah, and that happens all the time with this guy where I work who has two first names, and so people constantly call him by one or the other to the point that I don't know if anyone knows which one is which at this point.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's see what your stress explosion is. D66 again, please.
Here we go. Stress explosion. 64 this time.
What
Apparently
the
I'm gonna
hell?
roll all the numbers and just step down one at a time.
Spoiled child. You act like a spoiled child, making demands of the master.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Lots of that isn't fair coming your way.
Absolutely. Incidentally, you were one away from player choice. Let the player to your left decide for you.
Nice.
Player choice, but not your choice.
Not your choice. The
That's
other guy.
hilarious. More of that energy.
Totally. All right, now we're going to roll for your maid weapons. This is like a weapon that you would whip out in a combat situation. It doesn't have any mechanical effect, much like Kenny's pet. It's just there to make you look cool and help you sort of describe your how the hell you're putting the beat down on someone or whatever. So
Nice.
Santi, please roll a D66 for me.
Here we go. All right. 33, the hard way. All right. Here we go.
Your weapon is a scythe. You wield a big scythe worthy of the Grim Reaper.
Damn, I'm jealous.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And it just comes out of
Right.
nowhere too. It's just like whoosh,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
I was gonna say we're gonna have pocket space in full
Yeah.
effect.
definitely
Cool.
pocket space. Oh yeah.
Nice.
And that's
Okay.
something else the game talks about is like it's not in like even though there's supposed to be like uncomfortable seductions and shit like that, like you're never supposed to take it too far. And that if it seems like it is, like someone else has to like whip out the fucking comically oversized hammer and like whack you over the head with it or
Right.
something, like so.
Yeah.
It's just this is a comedy game, don't be
Right.
afraid to like just be ridiculous. So all right, Rainy, what's your weapon of choice?
26.
You have a ray gun. It might look like a prop of a 50s sci-fi B movie, but the ray gun you're packing really does hurt people.
All right.
Really does hurt people.
It's a government issued ray gun.
True.
That's right. It's true. Top secret. All right, Kenny, let's see what outrageous thing you can come up with.
Oh my god. I rolled a 51.
A knife or a scalpel. You attack with a knife or scalpel. You can throw it too, and it can be a large dagger if you like.
Ooh. A knife or I'll just go knife.
Okay.
Scalpel sounds funny, but
Some of these are just so insane. Like
What
Rainy, if you'd
about
rolled
us?
66, it would have been very appropriate because your weapon is a religious symbol.
Of
You can use a
course.
cross, prayer wheel, paper charm, or other seemingly harmless religious symbol to deliver attacks.
I am wondering though, because I'm a boyish, cool government operative posing as a
Uh-huh.
maid. Am I
Yeah.
just a dude dressed up in a maid costume pretending to be a girl?
I'm not against it. Yeah,
Okay.
you could totally go with that. Absolutely. You got drafted because they didn't have any women agents available, and they're
Right.
like, "Oh, you got a boyish build. Let's see how you look in this dress." You're
Yeah,
like, what?
you don't have a beard. Here you go.
For your weapon,
Yeah, exactly.
Kenny, I invite you to ponder a straight
Oh, no.
razor.
Ooh, a straight
there we
razor.
go. I like that.
Yeah. All
For your
right.
consideration.
Yeah, it's in. It's official. It's canon.
My favorite off the table is summoning, where you summon monsters to fight for you. But
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm so glad that like I can't see these options because I'd be
oh,
like,
there's a lot
I'd
of
just
good
be
ones.
pouring over them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy this game.
I know, right? Not sponsored, but yes.
Yeah. Then you fall down that rabbit hole of like, I love this game so much I bought it, but I want to play it. But
Right.
now I
Oh,
have to
ugh,
run it.
welcome
And
to my
like,
life.
dang it.
Yep. All right. Now we are going to roll on your maid power. Find your highest attribute and roll 1d6. If two or more attributes are tied for highest, you may choose which table to use. Also, if the total of all your attributes is 9 or less, you can choose 2 maid powers. Okay. So, Kenny, with all that in mind, what is your highest attribute?
I'm tied for skill and will.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna do a will. I'm gonna
Okay.
do a will skill. Willpower? Willpower.
Willpower, yeah.
Is that 1d6 or
It is 1d6. Yep.
a 1?
You are immune to pain.
God, I wish.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. During a battle, even if you're sent flying, you don't take any stress. Stress is damage, basically.
Ooh.
So you don't take damage in combat, essentially. Outside of battle, however, you can still take stress points like usual.
Fair. Okay.
All right, Rainy.
My highest attribute is athletics.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1.
Super evasion. In exchange for 1d6 stress, you can completely avoid a single attack.
Okay. Very cool.
And Santi, are you 9 or less on your total attributes?
Let's see here. 2, 5, 7, 10. No, I'm not.
Damn. All right. What is your highest attribute?
Cunning.
Okay. Go for it. D6, please.
That is a 6.
Mockery. When someone is taking
Okay.
stress damage, you can mock them and cause them to gain an additional 2 stress points. This must be role played.
That's so funny. You're just a bitch.
Biggest
No,
bitch
this
in the
is
world.
yeah, this is fantastic. I picked a name from the table that I linked, and I was like, I'm getting a Marquetta Voskamp from this.
Nice.
So that's what I went
yes. Marquetta Voskamp. Oh my God. All right. And then everyone can just jot this down. Your starting favor is equal to your affection score times 2. And your spirit is equal to your will score times 10.
Yeah. Shout out to whoever made this fillable PDF because it auto
Auto-math.
calcs that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Both of these can
Not
start
that
off
the
at
numbers are
0. Both of these can start off at 0 if the corresponding attribute is 0. making the character initially far more vulnerable to dismissal in the case of favor or stress explosions in the case of spirit. Right. So if your favor ever drops to negative, you are dismissed as a maid. If your stress exceeds your spirit, you have a stress explosion. So yeah, you could start with 0 spirit and just be like having stress explosions like immediately. So it's hilarious. Okay, finally write down your maid's name and age. Determine these however you wish.
My maid's name is Sochisuki.
Nice.
And she is 18.
18. Sochisuki. Okay.
Changed my Zoom name too. So.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Okay. Rainy, how about you? You got one?
My character's name is Yuri. Last name is Seifu.
Yuri Sin?
Seifu.
Oh, Seifu. Okay.
Seifu.
And then we have Marketa Voskamp. All right.
Oh, Voskamp, yes.
And how old is Yuri?
Yuri tells everyone they are 25.
Tells everyone.
I don't know how old.
But he's really like 40.
Yeah, probably.
And Santiago, how old is Marketa?
Marketa is actually 25.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm the
25
baby?
question mark. All right, let me just roll up the master here really quick and then we can get into it. So step 1 is master type. I roll it's a single d6. I roll a 3, which is layman. The master is an ordinary person who came into wealth by chance. Okay.
And then
and age is 11 years old. Okay. So this is a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory situation. There was like this poor orphan kid who was left a bunch of money by an eccentric industrialist, the usual.
And
classic.
None of the proper paperwork was done.
None of the paperwork, exactly. Yes, he doesn't know how to do taxes. Therefore, Yuri is here to assassinate him as punishment.
Correct.
Correct. All right. Roll D66 twice on the master special qualities table. As with maids, if you're not more accustomed to the rules. If desired, the player may also roll up a trauma for the master on the trauma table, of course. It might make the master more interesting character. Okay. So I got a 26. Nope, not going to do that. Let's go with 62 instead. Scientist. You are a scientist who freely commands advanced technology and who dabbled in countless fields. I like that.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is Dexter's Laboratory type of deal.
Basically.
It kind of throws me back to our Castle Falkenstein days.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, and then 16, I got OCD. You're obsessed with hygiene management. You can't let the slightest bit of dirt pass. Okay. And then let's roll on the trauma table.
I like the OCD one because that's like directly in opposition of the maids,
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's appropriate. He ran away from home. Okay. Ran away. Okay. What do we got next here? Master power source. Rolled 2d6 twice on the table below to determine the source of the master's power. If the same result comes up twice, he has 2 different forms of the same power source. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Power source. Blood ties. Regardless of what real power you might have, your heritage demands special treatment. I think that's more like he's the designated heir, right? Not so much actual relation. of this now deceased or mysteriously disappeared eccentric candy maker. And the other one is fear. You are a tyrannical despot who rules by fear, or you have channels through the underworld. Ooh, you may have enemies and little time to rest easy. Maybe this is an alternate reality where Slugworth actually was what he was made out to be, and he got Charlie in his clutches.
Nice.
Okay. Favorite maid type. Okay. Roll 1d6 on the maid type table from the basic character creation section to determine which maid type the master particularly likes.
Shit. God, I hope it's me.
Boyish.
Oh,
it's Rainy.
It's me. It's me.
Makes sense. He's like, hey,
It'd
you
be
look like
funny if
someone
you
I could
rolled
be
cool
best
because
friends
it's
with.
all of us. Like,
True.
we love
Yeah,
us
cool
all.
would have been hilarious. Yeah. All right. Okay, then I have to determine his particular stress explosion. Okie dokie. I'll get to that table here really quick.
Oh, that's cool. He's got a stress explosion too.
Yeah, indeed.
This game's so cool.
What page was that again? Oh, 14. Okay. There it is. Okay. Stress explosion. All righty. Let's see here. 36 is complaining. You start incessantly complaining to the other maids.
Oh my God, yes.
Nothing's ever good enough. Okay. God, this guy will be very easy to assassinate. I'm just saying.
He's 11 years old, so
well, nobody's perfect. All right, I have to roll for his hair and eye color. 3 and a 5. His eye, his hair is beige, and his his eyes are metallic.
Gross.
Yikes!
Oh, weird.
Yikes!
God, this dude looks like that's wild.
all right, so it's cyberpunk maids. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much metal
Essentially.
happening.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see, and then I just have to generate his attributes really quick here. So
So does the master has like a full ass like character sheet?
no, I'm just writing it all down here in my notebook.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I mean, technically this is optional to do like a full, stat up for the master. So
We love an optional role.
We do. All right, so don't worry, he's not gonna outcompete you in any regard here. Let's see. Yikes. Okay. 6 divided by 4. The hell is that? 2, I guess. Rounded down. Or is that 1 rounded down?
6 divided by 3?
6 divided by 4, actually.
Divided by 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 1. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 1.5. So it'd be 1.
Okay. All righty then. Wow. Okay. So he's got athletics 1, affection 1, skill 3, cunning 0, luck 1, will 2.
Amazing.
And it does say players can pick the name if the GM allows. I'm all for it. You guys
Oh my
can be the
God.
master.
Oh shit. This gotta be like what's a good parody name,
Whatever it is, has to be whoever Kun or whatever. So.
Well, of
Right.
course. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I keep hearing the name of the hat for one of his names, Trilby, either as a first or last name.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh
Trilby's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So I don't know if that's a first name or last name. That's just what's coming through to me.
Trilby's a good surname, I think.
Okay.
I think. Do we need a first name?
I don't think so.
We just call him like Trilby Sama.
Trilby-kun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Uh,
And I'm
Yeah,
just
fair enough.
rolling up the mansion details here really quick. Okay. Interesting. And I'll leave it up to you guys. What world do you want this to take place in? A fantasy world, early modern, contemporary, space, cyber, post-apocalyptic, wild kingdom, old west, or old Edo?
Holy shit.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
if we're being literal about metallic eyes and clothing, we
True.
might need to go Neo Tokyo. Like,
Yeah.
That'd be pretty
yeah.
cool.
I
I'm fine
kind of
with
love
that.
Neo Tokyo for this. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. All right. So we got a cyber setting. Okay. So let us roll the description. All right. So let's see here. This comes up as a 4, which is ruins. Any way you look at it, these decayed ruins of a mansion or office building don't look inhabitable, and yet someone might just live there. So would this be like a mansion or some kind of residence like inside the no-go zone, basically, like where there was the, I don't know, antimatter bomb went off or what have you?
Right. Like where Deckard lives in Cyberpunk 2049,
Oh
the
yeah, like the
old
Bradbury
casino.
building. Yeah.
well, yeah, it's like whatever abandoned ass building he inherited as part of his ill-gotten wealth.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And yeah, not Deckard, but what's his name? The um the android maker, right? Like because it's in the Bradbury building with all the
Oh,
water
yeah.
pouring in through the
Mm-mm.
holes in the ceiling and everything. I
So what
love
kind of
that.
building would it be then? Because we mentioned casino, but we could also have like hospital, shopping center, you know, mansion, apartment complex, like something like that. I don't know if we need to get that particular, but it seemed appropriate when I started talking, and now I'm not so sure.
I mean, could be like, yeah, it could be an old office block, could be an old mansion. So I don't know. You guys have any particular thoughts on that?
Not really.
Yes, I was thinking like a theater, like cabaret type of theater kind of thing. There's like it's all one big room auditorium style thing, but it's been divided up into different purpose built rooms and stuff like that. That's what I was kind of thinking.
Okay.
But whatever. Hospital's also cool. Got all kinds of creepy vibes there. Lots of floors and levels, but also useful facilities. So
I did
What's
roll
somewhere easy to
for,
clean?
or I am supposed to roll, I should say. Yeah, somewhere easy to clean. Well, oh, that's hilarious actually, since he's got OCD and he's living in these ruins. That's
Oh,
fucking
yeah, right.
Yeah,
hilarious.
no wonder he immediately
right.
hired 3 maids. Like,
For
fix
real.
it.
Let me roll the special features that might help us decide what kind of building this was here. All right. So I got a come back to that one in a second.
Oh, God.
Let me see if I roll something more mundane for the second one. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. That's fucking weird. Okay, so I rolled 2 really insane options because I mean this table also has things like tennis court, outdoor pool, game room, right? But I rolled self-destruct switch.
Of course. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The mansion is equipped with a switch that will annihilate it in an instant. The master can eliminate any NPC instantly, but will lose his mansion in the process.
Eliminate any maid in it.
And then Underground Kingdom. There's a vast and strange world beneath the mansion. The character with the highest cunning gets a +1 bonus to all die rolls.
I love that.
Interesting. Yeah, where it's like it's not what it seems on the surface, but that's
Right.
yeah.
Okay, that actually fits pretty well. Yeah.
Then,
So between those two things, is this like a former government facility? Like the
Oh, that's why
self-destruct
I'm
switch is
there.
basically like the
Yeah.
nuclear arsenal
Yeah.
that he can
Government
trigger.
building.
Yeah,
type
I'm like,
Mhm.
uh-oh, no one's supposed to go in there. Now I have to go clean it out,
So
literally and figuratively.
And
we need
figuratively.
we need a shape for it, like not a
Yeah.
pentagon. But, like,
Yeah.
Right.
His mansion is the
it's
Pentagon.
The octagon.
right, but not. It's the octagon
Yeah.
or the quadrilateral or the
Yeah.
the isosceles.
Parallelogram.
The
Yeah.
hexagon.
Get the isosceles on the phone. The
I feel like-
parallelogram.
I feel like
I love that one the best. Actually.
my character maybe I'm kind of getting almost like Stranger Things like vibes, government
Tales from the
facility,
Loop.
Tales from the
Mhm.
Loop, something like that. So I feel like
Yeah.
maybe my character was like we know why Rainey's here.
Yeah.
Maybe my character was like the 11 type character who was
Mm.
raised here as a child and then came back for revenge.
Oh, I love that.
And that's why
Yes.
my stress explosion is the rampage. I just want to burn this place to the ground.
Amazing.
I'm immune to pain. That's my weird government test power.
Oh,
Side effects of all
Yeah,
of the
totally,
different
totally.
things, experimentations
fits together
and
so
such.
perfect. And plus, you're a heroine, so it's like
I'm a
the
heroine,
audience is
yeah.
like rooting for you. Like, yeah, really stick it to those evil government types,
This
And,
actually,
and yeah.
oh,
And I'm making
Meanwhile,
scrambled
Rainey's like,
eggs.
he knows too much. He knows
yeah.
too much. He must be eliminated,
In
or
fact-
whatever.
In fact, I'm gonna change my
Or
main
rescue.
weapon back to scalpel because I feel like that's
Yeah.
like a surgical tool, and I was like experimented on here. So like me
Ooh.
having a scalpel is like the extra irony.
Yes.
It's the one you slipped in your original escape as your
Exactly,
weapon to get
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool.
damn.
Wow. Didn't know you were gonna love this game, did you, David?
Change of plans, everyone. Plan
Here we
made.
are.
Yeah, it's
Play
a whole
Maid going
campaign
forward.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I love that Marquette is just like, and I'm also here. And I'm a fucking
And
bitch.
I'm a maid.
No, I love the idea that Marquetta's just like she kind of blithely just falls
Yeah.
into things. She's like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
hapless Kramer. You know what I mean? Like on the bus,
Yeah.
bus broke down, everyone's waiting on the road, and she just kind of wanders into this field, falls down this chute, like tumbles out into this laundry room, and then there's just this other like person there running the show, maybe like Yuri, like oh
Mhm.
good, you're here. And is just put to work, and then it
Yeah.
just kind of
yeah.
goes with everything, kind of passively lets life happen to her until
And also has a scythe for some reason.
has a magical side, but
Exactly.
also like becomes kind of enthralled with the environment and starts stalking the someone. I was gonna say stalking the master, but because he's like 11, you know what I mean, I feel like I'm gonna stalk someone
Yeah.
else instead.
Well,
He
it
could be like a-
just to fit it in with everything else, more like less a person, more like what is actually going on here? Because you're like the only one on the outside of it, So it's
Yeah.
kind of stalking in the master in that you're trying to figure out the mystery of this place.
Figure out like you want to
Yeah.
get into his study and rifle his filing cabinets and stuff, not necessarily him specifically, but what he represents,
Right.
Yeah, I like the idea that it's like a video game protagonist where you don't have guns and swords and shit like that. You have like a camera and a janky flashlight in those types of games.
Mhm.
And it also has the cool plot thing of like, why are you going down this rabbit hole? You could just leave. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
so yeah, Marquetta has that dichotomous, like passive letting things happen to her of the situation she ends up in, but then also kind of running into it as it unfolds.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that gets us set up. So let's take a little short break and then we'll jump into it.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right. BRB.
Okay. So we are back. We're going to jump in. So we'll do a quick overview of the mechanics, how those work, but also play styles. There's, as it says here, there's no one way to go about running this game, though it's essential the GM and players are in agreement as to how to go about things. So One way to do it is with scenarios, and the game does come with like, I don't know, 11 or 13 or whatever. But I feel like the energy here and our sort of preliminary chat and everything, it's leading me to go more in the daily life direction, which is basically like we're just going to kick it off first thing in the morning on a, you know, typical day, and we'll just go from there, but with the soupçon of the completely random approach of allowing for rolls on these what do they call them? Well, random events tables, actually. So the way that works is you know, as I said earlier, you're going to be accumulating favor. And really the goal of the session is you know, whoever has the most favor, you know, wins the no prize at the end of the session, basically. But you know, you can also attempt to accomplish your goals that you've generated, you know, as far as like trying to, you know, figure out what the deal is with this master, or, you know, slap him with an arrest warrant or assassinate him or whatever it may be, you know. You can do that. But you'll still want to be generating favor, because you can use favor as a currency. So you can spend favor to generate random events at any time. And you're just like, I want to generate a random event. And you roll 1d6 and you spend that many favor points. And then you get to roll a d66 on the random events table of your choice, of which there are several. You can also spend favor to sort of like buy up your attributes in play, which is kind of fun. And let me just see if I can find that really quick, where that might exist. Yes, here we are. Okay, so here's how you can use favor. You can use it to remove stress. So you're accumulating stress, spend 1 favor to remove 1 point of stress. You can raise an attribute, to raise an attribute by 1, spend a number of favor points equal to the new attribute level desired times 10. So if you're at 0 and you want to get to 1, you got to spend 10 favor, and so forth. You can spend 1d6 favor to add +1 to a die roll or your attribute score for 1 action. And as mentioned, you can spend 1d6 favor to have a random event occur. Also remember, if your favor drops below 0, you are dismissed by the master. And to avoid being dismissed, you can lower one of your attributes by 1 point, gaining 10 times the new attribute level in favor. E.g., lowering athletics from 3 to 2 provides 20 favor. So you can make yourself weaker in a desperate attempt to not be dismissed, I guess. Okay. So that's basically how that works. As mentioned earlier, you accumulate stress. When it exceeds your spirit rating, you enter into a stress explosion. The maid remains under your control, but she can only do things that fall within the character's stress explosion description. However, as long as it falls within that description, anything goes. Each minute of real life time, including when you take a break from the game, spent in this state removes 1 point of stress until the maid finally gets down to 0 stress. The player whose character took damage should take care of keeping track of time, with the process verified by the GM. Stopwatches are effective. Keeping track on a wall clock is fine too. And then you can reduce stress even while you're in a stress explosion by spending favor.
Real-time stress reduction.
Real-time stress reduction.
Bananas.
Okay. So, under game rules, the core rule here, the heading is action resolution. Remember math? So, heads are being shaken. Okay. So, the basic mechanic of the system is to roll 1d6 and multiply the result by the attribute you are using in a particular situation. Usually, the GM decides on a target number, which the roll has to exceed in order to be successful. But in the case of opposed actions, refer to the combat rules below. If the group finds it appropriate, a player can decide which attribute gets used for his maid's action. Maneuvering in a situation in order to use your better attributes instead of the weaker ones is an important part of the game. If an attribute is 0, the maid simply cannot succeed at actions that use that attribute. If this happens, the maid's best bet is to try to work together with other maids and or the master to accomplish her goal or try to come at the problem from another angle. So, like, classic example is you're trying to attack someone, you would roll athletics. So it's 1d6 times your athletics would be your final result. Now, in the case of combat, you'd be rolling against someone else who would also be rolling 1d6 times their athletics. And so whoever has the higher final result beats the other person. In the case of a more mundane action, like let's say you're using cunning for something, like to try and distract the master so that someone else can sneak past him, you would just roll a d6 times your cunning against the difficulty number that I've set. Just for reference, the kind of like difficult for an amateur but easy for a pro can be somewhere between 6 and 8, and difficult even for a pro is 10 or higher. So and so like an easy difficulty might be 4. So that's about that. So combat is basically it can be, of course, like a straight up fight, right? But it can also be like social maneuvering or attempting to like shut someone down or sneaking, like trying to sneak past someone or whatever. So let's see, what does it say here? 1d6 times the relevant attribute, and then whoever's action has the highest final, they call it the attack power. Whoever has the highest attack power wins that round of combat, and the opponent takes stress equal to the attacker's attack power divided by the attribute the defender was using. So I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. So like, let's say you rolled a 40 on your athletics times your die roll came out to be 40, and you win that combat. Now let's say your athletics was a what could equal 40 on a d6? Shit. I fucked it up. Okay.
A 4?
A 4? No, on a d6, because it has to be it's times. Wait, what was it? Times. I'm confusing myself now. D6 times the attribute. Right. Okay. Let me make this easier. Let's say it was 20. All right. You have an athletics of 4, and you rolled a 5 on your d6, and you got a 20, and you win. Okay. Your athletics is 4. So what does it say here? The opponent suffers stress equal to the attacker's attack power divided by the attribute the defender was using. Oh, okay. So it's the defender's athletics. Let's say their athletics was 2. Okay. So your final attack power was 20. Their athletics was 2. They're going to take 10 stress. Okay. So we'll revisit that as it comes up. If the defender's relevant attribute is 0, they take stress equal to the full attack power. So that's not good. All right. I think the only other thing to mention is that you can work together, and that's actually very simple, because you just tally up your final totals, and that becomes the actual outcome. Okay. The only other thing I think is worth mentioning is that if your maid uniform gets damaged, shredded, destroyed, ripped off, stolen, or otherwise compromised in any way, you take a penalty to your attributes. So if you lose your little maid headdress, it's a -2. If you lose your apron, it's a -1. If you lose your blouse or your skirt, those are both -1. Or if it's a one-piece dress, that's a -2. If you lose your underwear, that's a -1.
Banking on that one.
And same with stockings. So that is one way to undermine your fellow maids, is to try and steal or destroy their uniforms. Just saying. Kenny's like, I got this.
Easy.
Yeah. So yeah, the combat, quote unquote combat system is weird. I have a feeling it'll click once we actually get into it, but it's hard to explain. It's harder to explain.
I'm sure in practice it'll be simple. It sounds simple. It's just like creating an example off the top of your head seems tough.
Correct. Yeah. All right. So let's get into it then. It is indeed first thing in the morning. Let me roll on the weather table. There's a weather table in here. Might as well just randomize this as much as possible,
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the weather table. What kind of weather are we having? A gentle rain is falling. It looks like you won't be able to dry the laundry outside today. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
And yeah, we are seeing this like giant crater in the middle of Neo Tokyo, and on the very edge of it are the remains of this sort of government military complex. What did we settle on anything? The trapezoid that was once
Yeah,
the
It's the
hub.
parallelogram.
The parallelogram. Okay.
But there's also the isosceles. That's amazing.
Isosceles.
What do you guys think?
All right.
We'll do the isosceles. I like
The
that.
isosceles. Okay, fine. So the ruins of the isosceles, and but no one would think that anyone was still dwelling within. But sure enough, down below the crumbling ruins of this once mighty complex in the nuke-proof halls and bunkers beneath the isosceles, our young master, Trilby. Wait, what was the first name? Zaitoichi.
There you go.
Trilby Zaitoichi is waking up. So, let's see here. Help the master start his day. Unless any of you would like to be preparing breakfast instead.
I'm gonna jump on breakfast.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So between, let me see here. Between Marketa and Yuri, which of you wants to be the one to like kind of, be like present at the master's bedside as he wakes up and be like, good morning and so forth, here's your newspapers, whatever.
I think because I'm stalking him when
You're
he wakes
already
up,
in there.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, good morning. Like already wake up.
Yeah.
Someone's already looking at you.
Just looming over him. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So, let's see here. Why don't we have you make a roll then, just to see how that goes? And let's see. I mean, it's kind of, again, you can kind of pitch like how you want to approach. Remember, skill is how good are you at your maid duties, so it could be skill. Could also be affection, cunning. Those would be some obvious ones. But you can really honestly try and pitch any of them as like, this is what I'm going to be using and why.
I don't want to jump right into like, I'm going to pitch my highest attribute. So I'm actually going to pitch affection because it seems to fit the scenario, even though that's like a low one for me.
Okay.
So
All right.
we're going to see if that works.
All right.
As
So that's just a
far as
D6 times your affection. And you just
right.
have to beat the difficulty I have set in my mind.
Okay. Good luck to everyone.
Mhm.
Oh, a 6. Okay, so it's a 7 total.
Okay. Oh no, it's multiplying though.
Yeah,
So if you rolled a
multiplying,
6
Well,
times
6
1,
then. Yeah.
then that would be a 6. Okay, that's fine, because I set the difficulty at 5, so you beat the difficulty there.
Squeaker.
It's hilarious
squeaked
hearing you like explain it that way, because this is literally how D&D works, and like but like nobody ever says it this way, like
you mean I'm actually explaining a mechanic that everyone else just takes for granted?
I know, kind of, but it's like, but it really is the like,
I mean,
I
that's
have
like
a difficulty
every game,
number
though,
in my
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making up how difficult this is, setting a number.
It's kind of like how Palladium games never actually tell you that in order to succeed on a skill roll, you have to roll equal or under the skill percentage. They just assume you know.
Like, you bought a Palladium book. We know who you are.
Right, yeah.
You out there, you people
out there.
listening.
You people.
We know who you people are.
All right. So, oh wow. Okay. So you must be particularly cheerful this morning because you earned 6 favor from successfully attending to Master Trilby. What?
Down here slaving in the kitchen, in the break room come kitchen.
Yeah, you're like in the break room. Oh my god.
It's like that Kevin Cooks at the Office episode.
Right.
Like, today we're going to make quesadillas with Ritz crackers and cheese spray.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, you're like standing in front of those vending machines going like, running a little low on the salt and vinegar chips. Maybe
Right.
we'll skip those today.
Oh, I remember those vending machines? It was like this cylinder and it had the little doors that would come up and you press it and rotate and you could get like a microwave cheeseburger.
Oh yeah,
Or
sure.
a Hot Pocket.
Oh yeah.
The wheel of death. Vending machines.
Well, maybe that is so how is Soshizuki doing breakfast?
Yeah, probably there's some. I think there's some vending machines involved because of like where we're at. I think that makes sense and is funny, but she's probably going overboard trying to, really do it up. So there's vending machines, but there's also actual cooking involved.
Okay. So would you call that a skill then? A skill
I'm
attribute?
going to call that a skill attribute. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead and make a roll. Let's see how you do.
I got a 6, and I times it by the attribute, right?
By your skill, yeah.
So 24,
Damn.
right? 6 times
Okay.
4. But-
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
I know. Get a multiplication table in front of you if you have to.
My God.
All right. So, very good. So that's gonna earn you some favor as well. So you earn 4 favor there.
Nice.
All right. So I'm curious what Yuri's up to.
I think my intention is to go see to the master as he gets up this morning, because that gets me close to him too, and hopefully before anyone else is there, because I know Shochi is in the kitchen. But of course, when I sneak the door open, Marqueta's somehow already in there, and I'm like, so how did she already get in there? And so since I'm the athletic one, I think my intention would then be like, the only thing that'll cheer him up more than this is breakfast. And so I'm going to run down to the kitchen to try to take the breakfast that Shochi has made to the master.
Oh shit.
Because I
Okay.
am God and fast.
So you want to kind of just yoink it rather than steal it, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Yeah. Just
Okay.
because, and not I'm not even trying to be sneaky about it. I'd be like, Master wants his breakfast. I'm just going to grab it and
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh
Thanks
my
for doing your
God.
part. Yoink.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
oh, is the breakfast done? Awesome.
Good job.
Yeah. All right. So Shochi, how do you feel about that? Are you gonna let her get away with that or not?
No, I'm immediately angry about it.
But are you just gonna sit there and seethe, or are you gonna actually try and do
No,
something?
Yeah, I'm gonna do something about it.
Okay. What do you
yeah.
think? Because we could do a contested athletics if you want to just try and grab it before she can reach it, even, or if you want to trip her at the risk of sending the breakfast flying, but maybe you could catch it. There's all these different approaches you could take, or if you want to use cunning or even luck, in some other way.
I think
So-
cunning is calling to me.
Yeah.
So I think when
Because it says cunning is how capable are you at tricking enemies and other maids and deceiving the master. So you could even just set up a mind game or something.
Yeah. I think when she comes down to get it, and there's already a little note or something that this is not the first time that this has happened.
Right.
And I want the master to know that I made breakfast. So I think when
And I don't even care if he knows that you made it. I'm just
Right.
trying to get in the room.
Okay.
So it's we're against each other, but in ways
but it does not
is-
matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I think under there's like the silver dish or whatever, and then like
Yeah.
underneath it says like, from like breakfast compliments
It's a
of
clip.
Yes. Today's
clip,
breakfast was prepared by, and then like a
Yeah,
blank
exactly,
name, and you've
yeah.
written your name in
Yeah.
your blank
Yeah.
line. Yeah.
So that would be my cunning move, I think.
Yes. Okay. So let's do a contested roll, a combat roll, if you will, of Yuri's athletics versus Sochi's cunning, and just see who can roll higher.
I did. Do we multiply, or is it just a straight D6 roll?
It's multiplying.
Multiply.
Okay, so 8.
All right, mine is 5 times 4, which is 20.
Ugh. Ugh.
It's in the example
Okay.
text.
Yes.
So that
See
checks
the
out.
example for this math.
Oh my God, no! All right, so okay, so Yuri wins with a power. What did they call it? The power
Attack power.
attack power of 20,
Yep.
and then Sochi's cunning is what?
Sochi's cunning is 2.
So 20 divided by 2, Sochi, you take 10 stress from this.
As
Oh
you
my
see the little
God.
post-it note just like flit out from under the cloche. So it's
Yeah,
not in there
yeah,
anymore.
because Yuri like grabbed it with such aplomb. You're like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then, the little card just like flies out. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I see it as definitely, I think Sochi's definitely like fuming at this point.
yeah.
We're
Okay,
just like,
so
thanks, Shochi, you're the best.
For real.
oh my God. Yeah, the other thing I didn't realize when I sat down to read this game was like how adversarial it is. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hilarious. Actually.
Yeah.
All right.
PvP maids, it's fine.
It is PvP maids, absolutely. Unless the master's in danger, So
Right, then we have to team up. Your
Yeah.
differences aside.
okay, so or do you? All right, so so Marquetta, you've kind of helped Trilby, pick out his outfit for the day. I'm thinking since one of his powers is fear, and he's inherited this military complex. Even though he's like an 11-year-old, he has an affection for like kind of military uniform style, outfits, right? And like so he wears like camo pattern pants with like army boots that he tucks the pants into, and he has like his dog tags and his army jacket and everything over it. So so it's actually not that difficult to help him pick out an outfit since they're all basically the same. He's got the Castro fit looking. So
I was gonna say I'm holding up 2 berets. There was one like wine and one like green, and like
Yes.
which one do you like better?
I mean, honestly, not far from my sartorial choices when I was like 7. So it's similar. Ooh, I want a green beret. Very good. So, and then suddenly Yuri comes bursting into the room with the breakfast tray, which Trilby's maybe a little surprised by, but let's see. Why don't we have Yuri? Why don't you make a roll for me just to see how this comes across? Because it could come across as like, stressful, right. Or he could be like, "Oh, I like your hustle,"
All right. Can I argue that this is simply a matter of luck based on how he slept last night?
I think so. Luck sounds
Yay.
good. Yeah.
Cool. All right. That is a 15.
A 15. Okay, excellent. So that easily beats the difficulty that I set in my head. And and so let's see. I think you're gonna earn some favor for that.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's just 1 point, sadly.
Oh, that's fine. We're good.
All right, because I think deep down Trilby knows who really made that breakfast.
I got it here, piping hot.
All right, yeah, it's on like the metal tray, and so you set it down at a table in the nearby dining nook, and I think since Trilby is a bit OCD, as he's tucking in. Oh, and Sochi, are you attending on Trilby as well at this point, or are you where did you go after you got showed up?
Yeah, I think once the breakfast was like snatched from me and I had my initial like meltdown, I probably was like, "You're it!" like yelling after her, like and, running upstairs. So by the time I get there, she's already given Master his breakfast. And so I come in like just after that.
Okay. All right. So as you enter, he looks up from his breakfast and he says, "Ah, Sochi, just in time. I noticed a small stain on the collar of this shirt. I want you to make sure that when you do the laundry today, to be extra careful about such oversights, or else there will be consequences for all of you."
I do a deep bow.
So do you he seems to be assigning the laundry to Sochi. Do the other two of you feel confident in letting Sochi take that task, since your fate is also in her hands? How do you want to deal with that?
What's your skill?
You asked that.
Yeah, let's just pull up your character sheet here. Take a look at it.
Can you handle the laundry, Sochi? What's your skill?
Yeah.
What's your skill?
How are you at being a maid?
Okay. My skill's a 4. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'm very.
I know that Shochi knows how to do laundry more than me because I just moved out of my parents' house to take my government job not that long ago, and I've not done my own laundry yet.
Oh god.
Nice. Yeah. I don't know. I've never played this game before, so I like the idea that Marquetta would intercede herself as like kind of a mistress of servants kind of role. Like I'm the maid manager, so of course when he says something like that, it was like, of course there's going to, so Shoji will see to that to the utmost of their ability, like put it entirely on them on Front Street. But I don't know if that's how it works. So
it certainly can. I mean, there is technically rules for creating like a head maid character, but that's also something you could work your way up to. So if you feel like you have that ambition to become the head maid at some point, okay, you could definitely.
I just meant playing the part, act as if, you know what I mean?
Sure. Well, yeah, exactly.
For the job you want.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right, where you just start doing that, and then however people react to it. Because when someone pretending to be in charge when they're not could be pretty annoying. So,
well, sure. Let's see.
You're not the boss of me.
Okay, so why don't we get you to make a will roll then, to see how well that comes across.
All right. Well, 1d6 times will coming right up. 12.
Nice. All right. So Master Trilby nods approvingly of your take charge attitude, and he says, see that it gets done. I will be in my labs until dinner time. I'm working on a new experiment. And you're pretty sure that like what he means by that is he's just going to be like pouring chemicals from one beaker into another and seeing what happens. But
that's what kids do.
Yeah. But it's possible. It's possible that he's working on something far more sinister. Who's to say? Okay, so we have laundry to do. Master Trilby's off to the labs to work on his experiment. That kind of leaves others of you to get up to whatever kind of things you want to get up to, basically.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go do some laundry.
Okay.
But
now remember, there's a light rain falling, so you're angry about it. There's a light rain falling, so that is going to increase the difficulty on your laundry.
Right.
Yeah.
But with a skill of 4, I don't know. You probably don't have anything to worry about.
Well, we'll see about that.
We'll see.
Have you set the difficulty number in your head?
Oh, I have.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna go do laundry.
Okay.
Cleaning it. There is the light rain. No penalties. I took so I rolled a 5 and my skill is 4, so that's a 20.
All right, that well exceeds the difficulty I had set in my head. So we know it'll turn out well. Let's see here. Unfortunately, you can't now. Here's something with earning favor that is not explicit, but I feel like it just makes sense in terms of like when you earn it. It's like the master would have to kind of witness it or be aware of it, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But nevertheless, I'll go ahead and roll that favor now, just so I don't forget. Okay, so I'll make a note of that.
I do think
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I do think Suki's that laundry is her least favorite chore. So like she's very capable of doing it, but she just doesn't like doing it. Especially because now it's raining outside, so I have to like set up a drying rack on the inside, so I don't even get to like be outside in the sun.
Yeah, you don't even get to enjoy that that I don't know, radioactive dust blowing through the ruins, you know.
That's right.
Oh, and who's your pet, by the way? Did you land on something for that?
Oh, it is a raven, but I didn't name the raven.
Oh, okay.
I should name my raven.
All right, name my raven. All right. How about the other two? How about Marquetta and Yuri? What are you up to for the remainder of the morning?
Are you getting in there first, like you did this morning? Do you have any thoughts?
Well, no, I was just gonna say the first thing Marquetta does is probably take a smoke break, because I feel like she's a chain smoker. But
Okay,
that'd be an interesting mechanic to work in. But I don't want to muddy the waters, but it'd be rad because you can't smoke in front of the master. But the longer you go without having one, like so.
Nice.
But no, she goes and has a cigarette first of all.
Alrighty, I like that. Why don't we get a cunning roll for that then?
yeah, I gotta hide it from the master.
Yeah.
All right, that is a 18.
An 18. Wow, you guys are on fire. Either that or these suggested difficulties are set up to allow you to succeed more often than fail, which I suspect might be part of it as well. All right, and Yuri?
I think because my goal is just to get the master alone. So when the master is going down to the labs, I think I would say like, the first part of chemical safety is cleanliness. Anything I can do to help down there, master?
Ooh, nice. Compelling. I like that. Okay. Would you think that's a cunning or an affection?
Oh, let's see. I mean,
it's not going to be
guess I am
difficult since you're
trying to get him alone.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I
You're
guess is
using
more
his
on the cunning
OCD, so
side.
it won't be
Yeah.
too difficult to do that. You know.
So I suppose cunning would make the most sense.
Okay, go for it.
All right, that is a 15.
Okay, yeah. So, so he's like, yes, I suppose I could use a lab assistant.
Very good.
All right. So you guys get suited up in your lab coats, gloves, eye protection, all that, and head on into the lab. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and invoke a random event.
Huzzah!
As the GM, I can do that anytime I want. I don't have to
I don't
spend
have
favor.
enough favor to afford one.
That's right. I'm going to roll on the genre-specific cyber events table here, and we'll just see what what comes up. Okay, so all right. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to say, Marquetta, since you snuck out to have a smoke, you're the first to see this. In fact, you're the first to sense this, really, because the ground starts to tremble a little bit beneath your feet, and then you can hear the clanking and the sort of like metallic whine of gears and wheels, and then suddenly cresting over some of the ruined walls of the complex this like massive like labor mech basically comes crashing through, some kind of like AI powered robot that has like massive treads and wrecking ball kind of swinging in front of it, that's just been apparently just somehow survived the blast and has just been rampaging around here inside the no-go zone for God only knows how long, and it is now intercepted your particular domicile and seems intent on destroying it. What do you want to do?
Let's see. Well, I don't think I can fight this thing, this rogue derelict Roomba wrecker.
Yeah, it's a rogue Roomba essentially. Yes.
On the scale of a front end loader sort of deal.
Yeah,
crane.
exactly.
My skill is literally 0, so I don't know that I could hack it or something.
You suck
like
at being a
that.
maid.
So,
that's hilarious.
That's your maid skill, though, not your hacking.
And
oh, okay.
true.
Yeah, if you want to fight it directly, that'd be your athletics. If you want to do something like hacking, that would be more like cunning.
Yeah, let's try to hack it. I want to try to hack it to shut it down.
Sure.
With the hopes that it goes disastrously awry and makes it worse.
Let's find out.
My cunning is pretty high, so let's see what happens.
All right. So,
imagine I'm standing there, cigarette between the fingers, hand and elbow in hand, and then the ground starts trembling and all of that. And I've been holding my Zippo, in my hand on my elbow. So I put that in my little waistcoat pocket of my brown tweed dress, and then produce from more hammer space the equivalent of a smartphone in this setting, right?
Okay.
So it's got to be fully transparent, because that's what it's going to be in the future, right? Of course.
Naturally. Everything's transparent.
And start typing with one thumb to connect to and hack this thing.
Okay.
So,
Meanwhile, this thing is, you're in danger of getting clocked by this wrecking ball that's it's swinging around with reckless abandon. So
yeah. So a 6 came up, but I want to re-roll it because it felt dropped, and I don't want to drop the dice. I want this to roll actually to see what happens.
That's fine.
That's a 3, a more legitimate. Okay, so that's 3 times 3. We're looking at a 9 here.
All right, I got an 18. So sounds like you take 6 stress. As you're trying to hack this thing, and then the ball comes swinging around, you have to duck out of the way, you lose your place in the hacking queue, etc. Do you want to keep trying? Do you want to run away?
Let's see, that was a
Good call for help.
6
Call for help.
stress,
Yep.
right? Okay. Equals 24. Okay, yeah, I should call everyone on their terminals, and
That's true, yeah.
and see if I can get them to come out here.
We should all have collars with little bells on them, and the bells beep red, beep and flash red when we all need help.
I like
Is
it.
that great?
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Or they
Okay.
could be like Star Trek communicator type of things where you could touch it and talk to each other.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right, but they're bells.
They're literally like bells hanging
Yeah.
from
Because I for sure have cat ears. I don't know about you guys.
Well, I mean, if that's part of the uniform, it's part of the uniform.
That's kind of
Yeah,
what
right.
I'm putting.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Oh,
proposing.
that's your maid headgear is cat ears, little cat
Yeah.
ear headband.
Mhm.
Okay,
So yeah, I have brown tweed cat ears to match my brown
Ooh.
tweed dress.
Cute.
Yeah.
nice.
We
crop
know who's
jacket.
in danger because the little light on our bell thing changes to the person's main color.
Oh,
So we know
nice.
who
Oh,
needs
yeah.
us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Love that.
so the light on the bell turns brown.
Yeah.
It's a brown
Yeah,
light.
brown light.
Oh god.
That's what you get.
That's what I get.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I will activate the beacon, so to speak.
Yes, light the beacon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't think that requires a roll. That's just you other two get the signal and have to we'll say that it also activates like a GPS kind of thing, so
Oh, yeah.
you know where to go, like what direction this is happening. So I'm gonna say that the Marquetta, if you want to stay within the proximity of this thing, that we'll have another exchange. You can attempt to continue hacking it if you want, or switch tactics, but it's gonna keep trying to crush you basically.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely give it a go.
Okay.
So it's another cunning. That's another 3 for 9.
All right, I got a 15.
Ugh.
So you take 5 stress.
Oh God.
Yeah, this does get easier. Yeah, it makes sense. It's not that difficult. It's just harder to explain.
So if my stress goes over my spirit, that's when
Yes.
I have the meltdown.
A stress
Okay.
explosion. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Your spirits are pretty
Sure.
high though, right? It's like your will times 10. So
My spirit's 40 and I've already taken 30 stress.
holy
Or no,
shit.
I took 10 stress. I took
Oh,
10.
okay. I was gonna say I don't remember rolling 30 stress, but All right. How's
Okay,
Marquetta
so
doing?
I took 6. That's 11. Okay. So now I'm doing it right. Okay. So I have 11 stress right now. My spirit's 30. I'm pretty good. I think.
Not too bad. Not too
I
bad.
have the lowest spirit out of the maids. So that's okay.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, our other 2 maids are on the scene. So you all could work together. You could, try and the only thing is they have to be the same attribute. So like if you all did
Okay.
athletics, you could add the
Mm.
totals up and then against my
Yeah, we
one
could do
roll,
like a
basically.
combined attack or whatever.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
I think I might take I had an idea of taking a string of dirty laundry out with me and using that. Like, it's like, Sochisuke, like, coming onto the scene, like sliding Akira style, like through the dust, with a string of laundry that's like all tied together, and I guess with the intent of like taking the laundry and like whipping it around the ball and chain and like stopping the momentum on that.
Okay. Cool.
And my purpose in using the laundry is so that I can maybe use the skill attribute.
Oh, okay. All right. How about Yuri? You want to open up with your ray gun, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would help you, but you're going for skill. Not my highest one to go with there. So, but I do have a gun. So there's that. But I do think like if you stopped the momentum, if you were successful in doing that, my goal would be to like shoot the chain so the ball like falls. And it would be controlled by the laundry lasso that happened here. So it wouldn't hurt anything in the complex.
I like
That'd
that.
be my goal. Yeah.
Okay. And Marquetta, are you still trying to hack?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep trying to shut it down.
We're handling the balls for you so you can hack.
Sure.
All right,
Teamwork.
that's fine.
Gotta get in there.
So I think because Sochi is kind of taking the most direct, like close up and personal, that will be the sort of like opposed roll, right? So we'll just kind of start with that, go from there.
All right. I got a 5 and my skill's 4, so that's a 20.
All right, that beats my 6 this time.
Haha!
Aha!
Awesome. So yeah, the laundry, like she's using the laundry as a whip. So yeah, the Kaneda slide, the whip with the laundry coming out, gets around there. The raven my raven like flies in front of the camera. There's
Yeah, exactly.
bird feathers like dramatically flying everywhere.
Okay. All right. So a 20 and its attribute is 3. So that makes 6 stress. 6 stress for our friend, the robot.
Also,
All
as
right.
a reminder, I am immune to pain. So if anyone needs tanking, let me know. I'm
Oh
the
my
tank
God.
in
Yeah,
this situation.
that's true. You are. All right. So let's do Yuri next, since you were going to do the follow-up attack. Yeah. So go ahead and roll.
Oh, just roll my dice onto the floor like a boss. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, dang. I didn't do great. I rolled a 1. So that's 4.
4. Okay. All right. So the difficulty number I set in my head was this thing, the difference between its spirit and the current stress, which is 4. And so you would have had to beat that 4 in order to zap the chain. So sadly, no. And so let's see if Marquetta can do better.
Let's see. All right, rolling again. All right, well, 5 this time. So we're looking at a 15.
Okay. That beats difficulty 4 for sure. So you have finally hacked into this thing's central processing unit, and you can shut it down. You can send it going any direction you want. You can repurpose it as a breakfast bot, whatever you want to do.
Let's see if we can repurpose it. And since it's in this, I guess, courtyard, it kind of came over the wall in a breached area of it and started wreaking havoc. And so I'll try to repurpose it. Set its purpose from demolition to gardening.
Ooh, I love that. All right, cool. Very good. So the threat has been neutralized, and let's see. Of course, now Yuri, when you took off to answer that call, you were down in the labs with Master Trilby. What did you tell him when you left?
I mean, I think he's aware of the maid call system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they flashed brown. So I think I would have just been like
a brown light.
Trying to think about this.
I know.
Marquetta-sama's calling all the maids to assist her.
Yeah.
I must return shortly after I handle this issue.
Okay.
I mean, brown light is funnier, but I'm like, can we go with the eye color? But then you get a metallic light. I'm like, what's a metallic light?
Metallic and it's like, who knows?
Indigo. So we have to go with the uniform. It's the theme, So.
All right. So. I googled brown LED lights. It's really just gold.
I gotta say, I have metallic clothes.
I know it's kind of an odd, and then silver, right?
Mine might be purple. I might do purple. That's my eye and hair color.
There you go.
Fine, we can pick our colors. So what color do you want for Marquette?
I mean, brown. Since it's like a goldish color, I can go with orange. Because I'm brown, orange, gold. So orange is kind of
yeah.
That
makes sense.
Palette.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
What's your color?
My color's green.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
All right. Well, okay. So since the master's life was not directly threatened by this thing, it's just going to be a D6 favor that you've earned for stopping it. So you each earn 5 favor.
Hell yeah. We can afford some random events.
So how much is a random event? 10?
You roll 1d6 and that's how much it costs. And then you roll 6d6, right? to get the event.
D66, yes,
Yeah.
but I'll give you your choice of what event table to roll on, even. So
Ooh.
yeah,
I think that's okay. I'm gonna save mine for now.
okay. All right, you're gonna savor the power.
That's right.
And, okay. All right. So, well, you've also got that laundry to finish up. You got to untangle this line of laundry and take it back run it through again.
Do, but I look at Marquetta and I say, what were you doing with this robot? Like, is this the first time? Is this yours? Do I know you're a tech savvy person?
No, because I'm not very affectionate or like social necessarily, you know. So I don't know that we would have had that conversation, right? So, but if that's the question you're asking, like, is this yours, right?
Yeah.
Marquetta would, have resumed her pose again, still with half her cigarette left after the hacking incident. Tap it.
Nice.
It is now. Hey, look, it's doing some more of your work for you, so this should free up some of your free time.
Free time. As she scoffs as like she starts like folding up the laundry. She says, just make sure it doesn't run amok all over the gardens. I have enough to do without cleaning up your messes.
If anything, it should improve the gardens. They've been in a ghastly state ever since I got here.
You never even put down your cigarette the whole time. No wonder it took you 3 turns to hack.
Right.
You're doing it like one-handed.
I have to keep my stress down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I think I start walking back inside and I'm like, Yuri, don't you have something to do?
Ooh. Oh, throwing your weight around.
I know, for real.
Man, I have so much to learn from you two, but you're right. I do need to get back downstairs.
All right. So the next event of the day, really, that's of any importance to the master would be to prepare his lunch. And then, of course, there's also cleaning the mansion. And then we've got Yuri attending on Master Trilby down in the labs. So with Sochi finishing up the laundry, Marquetta, what do you want to take on of various options?
I'll have to, I guess, do some of the cleaning up, even though I am the worst maid ever TM.
Skill 0.
Yeah.
So remember, if you have a 0, you can't actually do that thing, which means you would either have to enlist help from other maids, think of a different approach that doesn't use skill, or you could also spend a favor to just buy your skill up to 1. It would cost you 10 favor to do that.
Okay, well, let's come up with a different way then to do that. And since that's all the rage these days, let's see if we can farm it out to robotics. Since this wrecker coming in and infiltrating is given like, oh, there's these things apparently wandering around. Let's see if we can find one that's more of a house-sized thing to enlist it to,
like an actual Roomba.
Right, to do the Fifth Element robot things when the glass got broken.
Nice. Okay, so that'd be cunning.
Yeah, let's see if I can find anything in the local, connected to the local Wi-Fi. All right, 6/18.
Damn. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, actually, you, since you're a recent arrival here, apparently nobody's thought before now to just like kind of, jack into the mainframe and see what was like in the system here in these underground bunkers. So you discover that there's actually, like a whole like phalanx of various like cleaning robots that you can deploy from like a central hub. Everyone else has just been vacuuming like a simp.
Hey,
Or like holding the vacuum, like it's a vacuum bot that like
Yeah.
bundles up to a stick version for easy storage, and they've just been holding the whole thing like
Yeah.
vacuuming with it. You know? Instead of you turn it on and it unfolds and
Or
like starts.
even like it's like a Roomba, you're just holding it like a disc and like moving it around the floor. Like,
Right. It doesn't even come with a handle. I had to like tape
Jesus.
a stick
Yeah, what
to
kind of
it.
vacuum is this? God.
That's awesome.
All right, so elsewhere in the mansion, then, Sochi is you're finishing up the laundry. Yuri is you're like, no, master, don't don't add that acid to that base,
Right.
keeping him from like accidentally creating chlorine gas or whatever, suddenly, you hear that woo, and like these little like vacuum robots start moving along,
I feel like whatever I'm working on, I like throw it down.
You're so bad all the time.
I know. I know. I'm like, I throw it down and I'm like, Marquetta.
Marquetta. Oh, by the way, Marquetta, you earned 2 favor for that.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
All right.
And speaking of keeping the master from accidentally creating chlorine gas, why don't we see how well Yuri's doing with that?
Sure.
I've done
I
that
know it's
once.
not specifically a maid skill, but is skill the best one to use for that one?
It could
Or-
be skill, it could be cunning, it could be luck, even.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it maybe, cunning and luck are the same for me. So it's like, how much do I remember from my high school chemistry class? And I'm trying to use that to prevent him from killing us all.
Right,
So-
right.
I'll go with that one.
Okay.
All right. So 4 times 3 is 12.
Nice. All right. So I'm going to say that actually saved his life. So you're in 5 favor for that.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, maybe I should take a break for lunch.
I will run and make sure that's being made post haste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Who's making lunch?
I love the idea that Suki is like trying to get revenge on this place, but can't help but do all the chores.
Yeah, we're all just there waiting for you to. I'm just waiting for you guys to do all the chores so I can run them back to the
I know.
monster.
She's like keeps like finding the perfect opportunity for revenge, but like also is like, oh, I have to sweep the floors.
Dude, that sounds like my daily life, like just trying to do like important work and then being like, oh, I forgot to clean the toilet. I gotta go do
Totally.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see. Fight the power at 10. Oh, but I have this Zoom call at 11.
Yeah, for
I'd have
real.
to push that until tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, Sochizuki, you have finished up the laundry, and I'll say that when the master comes up, he's gonna do an inspection of that. So go ahead and collect your 6 favor for a job well done on the laundry.
Puts me to 21 favor.
And we
Nice.
don't get punished because you did a good job. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Indeed. But yeah, there is the little matter of the lunch. So as Master Trilby is inspecting the laundry, how do we want to get that lunch prepared post haste and served up?
Do
in
we
an
want to
appetizing
combine our
fashion?
skills to make lunch?
Oh, God.
shit.
Yeah, I guess we should.
I mean,
What is your skill? Wait, what are you trying to use to make lunch? I guess.
I got a skill. I have skill. It's not a
Skill.
0.
Oh, okay.
It's a 2.
like
so it's
some
okay.
people, it's
Like
not a
some
0.
people.
Not a 4.
Okay. Well, yeah, we could do that. So our skill combined is 6 then.
So what you would do is you would each roll. So
Oh.
use your attribute, make the roll, and then just total up the final outcome.
Oh, so we add our totals.
Nice.
That's
So
cool.
And I have to
That's
help by supervising.
that's right.
Of course.
My roll then would be 12.
Okay. Mine is 10.
So
So
22.
22.
Wow.
Nice. All right, so you are able to whip up a quick lunch, and get it, served up. You get your steamed hams moment, like as Trilby's like walking in, you just like just barely got it, in front of him, but make it look like you were working on it for the last hour, and he's seating himself, getting the napkin out and all that, and like looking it over, and yes, a fine lunch. I am glad that I won't have to punish you for this either.
Thank you, Mads. I deeply bow.
Now, I mean, I hate to point it out, but like something like this would be an excellent opportunity for poisoning or some other type of assassination attempt. And we have two of our maids here, both kind of gunning for this guy. Do you want to have tried to do anything with this lunch?
I think,
and not necessarily a lethal poison. It could be a sleeping
sure
draft or something. Whatever.
I think that's more Yuri's alley.
It's true.
I think if I was making it alone, I would have tried. But since we were working on it together, I don't think I would have risked it.
We don't know our goals are kind of aligned.
Yeah.
True.
All we know is that Shoshi hates everybody because they always are one-upping things. And Marquetta's smoking and taming robots,
Right.
Yeah, Marquetta's fucking net running this whole fucking mansion for you guys. So
for real.
Breaking into the data fortress to deploy these cleaning robots.
And I love the idea that because Master's 11, right? So making him lunch in a hurry is like microwaving some dino nuggies.
Yeah. Surveying like the mac and cheese, mixed vegetables and dino nuggies and going, I'm glad I won't have to punish you for
exactly. Yeah. Totally. And Suchisuke is 100% doing like a ketchup volcano, like with the dinosaur nuggets.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's like totally thrilled, but he's like trying to keep cool. He's like, excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
As a recent graduate, I am an expert in rehydrating dino nuggets. Yeah.
All right. So very good. Well, I'm itching to roll on a random events table unless anyone else wants to.
I was just gonna suggest
that. Please do. Who wants to go? Who wants to take it?
Shochi, you said it first. Go.
Okay, I will do it.
All right. Let me give you your choices here. We have romance. No. We have, well, I mean, it could be between two maids, I guess. So, okay, fine. That's on the table. We have lighthearted events. We have action events. We have hard life events.
Whoa.
Dark events, horror events, or cyber events.
Sure.
I like either dark or hard life events.
Dang, going real.
Yeah.
I would have gone romance, like our fingers touch as we place the weight down with the dino nugget.
Oh god.
We need some I want some dark drama with our master here. So let's do a hard life.
We'll do dark. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at the romance. I was just looking at the romance one, and one of them is the two maids who have taken the most stress can roleplay comforting each other for 10 minutes to remove all their stress.
10 minutes?
That's amazing. 10 minutes.
I'd have to set the timer and just let you roleplay.
Oh my god. Oh, it is. Yeah,
it's like a time warning and let people skip that part. It's like it gets so uncomfortable.
10 minutes is a long time. Okay.
They're so cheap.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. For 10 minutes. So what is the what's the difference between a dark event and a hard life event?
Okay. A hard life event. Let's see here. These are just like what the fuck? These are very what the fuck. So these are like secrets revealed, tragedy strikes, trickery, tough breaks, that kind of thing, just to be as general as possible. And a dark event is more supernatural in
Interesting.
tone. Yeah.
No, what do you guys think?
Although not necessarily. See, these tables are wild. Like they're so variable. But I would just say generally, that's how I would describe it.
What do you guys think? Leaning one way or another?
I mean, go with your heart.
My heart says, let's do a dark event. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get weird.
All right. So roll a d6 to see how much favor that costs you.
It costs 1 favor.
Nice. And now roll a d66.
We got a 12.
There's not much to do about this. A black cat wanders into the mansion, and its meow resounds through the whole building. Everyone gets a -1 penalty to the die roll for luck-based actions for the rest of the scenario.
What the hell?
So Master Trilby's like halfway through his dino nugs when suddenly there's like this and everyone's like, what the fuck was that?
They like the lone like Kiki like anime cat like walking through the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just, walks off somewhere into the house and yowls every now and again.
So that exactly, the fucking cat siren from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
So that would reduce Trilby's luck to 0. So if he's forced to make a luck roll at any time, he's fucked. So just FYI.
My luck is also 0 now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is it a -1 to the attribute, or is it -1 to luck rolls?
Oh,
well, that's true. It is -1 to your die roll. That's a good point,
okay.
actually.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you for catching that. I forget that there's dice penalties. All right. So that happened. Is anyone else want to do a random event?
Yes.
Yeah, you
would.
You would. Okay, what are you gonna do?
All right. Okay. Remind me of the tables one more time.
Right. So we've got romance, lighthearted, action, hard life, dark, horror, and cyber.
All right. Well, with the introduction of the weird cat that no one can find but is making all of us unlucky, I feel like horror makes the most sense.
We've taken a turn.
The harbinger of things to come. All right. So I will roll for cost, which is 3. So let me reduce that. Okay. All right. And then get my other dice out. It is a 63.
Whoa, other end of the scale here.
Uh-oh.
We're just going to start,
Let me guess, it's +1 luck to all rolls.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Just cancels out.
It's going to be the rest of the game. We're just going to do random events that David can read.
That's kind of that's kind of the intention, honestly. It depends. See, you guys are sort of guiding it because it's like if you just want to do the daily life thing and just be like trying to compete with each other to be the best toilet cleaner, you can totally keep doing that. Or you can just be like random event, you know. So like,
that's amazing.
Okay, well, this does actually dovetail nicely with the Black Cat event. Where do we go from here? I don't know. There is no escaping from terror. Everyone becomes unconscious. So basically, I think the meow just keeps resounding. So not only was it just what the fuck was that? It's like, what is that? And everyone just starts freaking out, and then you all just like pass out from the terror, basically.
Also, face plants in his ketchup volcano. It
could also be like the fumes from the basement. Like
that's true.
I was maybe successful in preventing him.
We're successful in preventing that.
Yeah. All right.
That's true.
It's the scary cat.
It's the scared cat. All right. So I'm going to say you all wake up later in the day after afternoon snack, sadly. And I'll roll for new weather. Let's see. Distant thunder.
Ooh.
The sound comes about 10 seconds after the flash. By the way, do you like thunder? All right. And
Okay, game.
Okay, game.
I know. I like these things that's just imposing that have like no actual game effect. Like, you're all unconscious now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like
wake up and be
thunder?
Like, someone has to get
All
that
right.
cat.
Yeah. I have to imagine that there's like special qualities. It's like your superpowers, like when thunder's happening, or like, you know, like you
Maybe,
can never
yeah,
be
I mean-
knocked
Oh, yeah.
unconscious.
There are so
Yeah,
many.
There's
It's
only
like-
about 2,000 different like random table outcomes in this book. So yeah, there's probably some interaction somewhere. Okay. Santi, do you want to do a random event or shall I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I will do another cyber event since that last one was kind of fun. And let's see what happened while you were unconscious.
Yeah. What woke us up? That's what we need to know.
Exactly. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, okay, that fits. So the thunder has presaged the beginning of a great downpour of powerful acid rain. So you are all now trapped inside the mansion, inside the underground bunker portion of the mansion until such time as the storm passes.
Uh-oh.
This is turning into quite the little ghost story. So we've had a mysterious cat, everyone passing out from terror, and now you're trapped. You're isolated inside this underground bunker.
This is the
Yeah.
perfect
So-
opportunity.
All the
for-
warning lights about acid rain, like
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
letting us know we can't go upstairs.
Yeah,
Now
it
who's
is a
gonna get
perfect
to-
opportunity for mischief, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Assassinating this 11-year-old child.
It's about what he'll grow. Look, if you were Hitler's maid when he was 11,
Yeah.
Hitler's maid. Hitler's cat maid.
if you were Hitler's cat girl maid when he was 11, you know there's
Changing-
been an anime like that.
Changing my screen name right now.
Yeah.
It does feel like that though. Like it's Rule 43 or something. Like if you can
Yeah.
think of it, there's anime
Right.
of it.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
exactly.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, well, since you were unconscious through afternoon snack, the next indicated kind of activity that would come up, I believe, other than putting away the laundry,
Oh,
is taking a walk with Master and or preparing dinner. There's also bath time, and then dinner, and then bedtime.
I call
Interesting.
bath.
I got that time. Drown in
Alright.
that.
Yeah. Taking a walk sounds awesome. Especially if you have to do it inside because of the acid rain. So we have to go
Yeah.
to like Cold War era gymnasium in the basement or something like that.
It could even be like a loose definition of taking a walk in that you're in like one of those electric golf carts and you're just zipping around the
Right.
complex. You know, Trilby likes to take those out for a spin, you know, and just kind of bounce off the walls and just really, you know, drive it like he stole it, basically.
I mean, those are pretty
All right.
fun. If you've
fair.
never recommend it.
So, I mean, speaking of assassination, like, how serious are we on this? You know?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I feel like we need like a maid huddle.
Yeah.
A maid huddle. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like, so you're putting away the laundry, let's say. There's a lot of laundry.
Putting
to be
away
put
the laundry. Yeah.
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 It's
Yeah, I'm
only
putting
fair
away
to
the
help
laundry.
since you did all of it. So
And I feel, and maybe, you know, since Yuri and I cooked together, I may have like seen that she was kind of like hesitant or plotting, you know, some way about the
yeah,
food.
you saw me holding the bottle over the food and then thinking better.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, I can only imagine like Marquetta is in on it too. So
Hmm.
I'm just like,
Yeah. I'm always
Is
there
it-
supervising because I have all this free time because the robots are cleaning for me.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
so I'm I'm like, I need some help putting away the laundry. Could you all help me?
Sure.
Let's find out. Because I have 0 skill.
Yeah.
So I have to see if there's
Yeah, Marquetta, you
laundry
need
bots.
help. You need training.
Everything Marquetta folds is like trying to fold a fitted sheet. It's like, how do
Oh,
you
God.
even with t-shirts? Like,
Except it's a t-shirt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
All right. So we get together
Yeah.
and I'm folding laundry. And then I guess we're all folding laundry. Of course, Marquetta. I'm folding whatever Marquetta touches.
It's fucking up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's inventing new ways to fold underwear that there's never been seen before.
Right.
Like you just roll it up, right?
You just roll it up.
I mean, I missed this during character creation. I love that like she doesn't understand how she became a maid, and she's completely incompetent at her job. Like
Right.
there's no reason for her to be here, and then she's just here and she doesn't know why. I mean, it's so fucking hilarious.
It's like you're like, I applied for 300 jobs that I was unqualified for, and I ended up getting one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you just lean into it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, which is like half the jobs in
Well, yeah,
anyway.
I think there's probably like that kind of basic interaction, right? Where it's like, I'm like, so like, how did you all get to be here? How did you all get to be maids here, you know?
Oh man, flashback scenes.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
The
Where the
flashback
character
scene.
starts off, well, one day, and then it just kind of cuts to like what happened to get them there. That is fantastic. I do love the idea that Marquetta wandered away from a group of passengers on a broken down bus.
Yeah, that was a good scenario for sure.
And ended up at the like, you know, the doors, because I imagine that the isosceles is just this like brutalist architecture type of, you know, edifice.
Yeah.
You know, but also somewhat decayed. You know, anywhere that there's metal meeting concrete, there's the rust stain down the side of the concrete and so on.
Sure. Yeah.
And just kind of wandering into the place, not ringing any doorbells, not knocking on any doors, but just, oh look, there's a gap in the wall, walking through it, wandering around, and then being discovered by, you know, someone in charge who apparently is no longer present.
Apparently.
You know, in the, oh, there you are, good, you're here type of scenario, because I keep returning to that. And so I think we have to kind of,
or maybe that's where the gap is. Like you assume that's what happened, but you really have no idea. Like I've got this maid outfit. I don't remember who gave it to me, but here I am, you know. We've established that this is a weird supernatural, like this is a cyberpunk horror crossover campaign, obviously. So
obviously
weird shit
I do like
can
the
happen.
idea, of Marquetta go like having that encounter and then waking up like, you know, later with the brown tweed, like, you know, or not, brown tweed like maid uniform with the brown tweed cat ears and the bell and everything, you know, with the phone in her pocket and, you know, so on, and the overwhelming urge to smoke when she never smoked before. And just finding these things in her pockets, a pack of old school cigarettes, no vaping or any of that nonsense here.
Nope.
That's right.
Nope.
Good old cancer causing tobacco burning carbon smoke and a Zippo lighter that she can somehow manipulate with high dexterity, fidgets with it. Nice.
Yeah, I think Sochisuke's like, you know, the dramatic like, I was born here, you know, and like
Yeah.
or even like I was born to be a maid, you know, like somehow like, you know, and then goes into her backstory about how, you know, she was an experiment here in the basement and eventually like got out with nothing but this scalpel, and now she's back to claim her revenge and see this place brought down to the ground.
Okay.
Well, then you need to understand. I mean, the government's been after this guy ever since he and mysteriously inherited this whole place. I mean, how do you just inherit a secret government complex that used to do horrible things? So I was sent here to take him out, but I mean, he's a kid. How do you do that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
What do you mean, like put him on timeout?
I mean, they weren't very explicit, but they did give me this government-issued ray gun.
Oh. Put him on an extended timeout.
Right.
I see.
I'm
Kinda-
beginning to have a brainwave, and I'm not sure how we would implement it. But I am actually wearing my Hausu t-shirt right now, appropriately enough. I'm wondering if at least Master Trilby, if not possibly also Marketa, if not possibly also Soshitsuki, if y'all are just ghosts.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, I'm
in this-
Bruce Willis.
And you're, well, not really. You're a Ghostbuster. Maybe your ray
Oh,
gun
shit.
is like meant to take them out, you know?
Oh, I have to
Oh,
like not cross the
interesting.
streams.
Yeah, exactly. Because you were sent to
Okay.
infiltrate, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
maybe if it's just like, yeah, we want to like, you know, we want to reclaim the isosceles and start rebuilding it, but it's fucking haunted by all the ghosts of like past you know, residents, basically.
I love that idea. I love that.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
Yuri? I mean, Yuri would know that because that's the whole reason you set that in there. So,
Right.
so I have some
exactly.
bad news. My
First
affection's
of
not
all,
great, so I'm probably not
you're
really
dead.
soft in how I deliver
You're
that
dead.
news.
Yeah, that's true. You're just very
Which-
blunt.
Which is totally, you know, it totally fits with why Soshitsuki like keeps trying to find a way to kill him, but
Right,
can't help
yeah.
but just get stuck in the routine.
Right.
Yes.
And so
right.
if
right,
left
right.
alone, she would simply like work and be a maid for eternity.
Yeah. It's your
Yeah.
unfinished business forever.
Yeah. Oh,
And
sad. Now I'm sad.
Marketa keeps like rediscovering the robots and then forgetting about them and then rediscovering them again, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Marketa's ghost. Because she wandered away, blah blah blah, walked
Yeah,
into
yeah.
this
'Cause
like thing,
the
and
bus
then like
crashed,
fell
yeah.
down a
Yeah.
shaft.
The
Yeah.
bus crash.
You know, and
Yeah,
died
she was
there.
on the bus home from her shift when the bomb went off or whatever, you know.
Oh,
and then
God,
she just,
yeah.
like,
You just got trapped in the bubble of the isosceles.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I love it.
Yeah.
I love this.
I thought this was gonna
That's
be a
even
lighthearted
cooler,
romp, but this
yeah.
is fucking depressing.
I know.
We found a way.
We
We
found a way to make it
Found a
dark.
way. Yeah.
That's
Been having any
That's what it
depressive
was.
thoughts lately?
Yeah. How do you feel about thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about thunder? Yeah.
we
All
need to
right.
reach out to like everyone's respective therapists to be like,
Yeah.
I'd just like to thank you for the wild bananas session you're gonna have
Yeah.
with your patient next time.
So-
you're like, yeah, that's a good idea.
So Yuri, do you tell us like we're all dead or what?
Yeah, I mean, my affection is one. So I think I'd be like, wow, those are some crazy stories. But I think what you may be missing here, and like maybe this would be in your best interest to know because we could all work together in figuring it out, but y'all are dead. Like you're ghosts. I have to wear this thing so like I can pass as one of you here, but I'm not really a ghost.
I have a what's the description on Will again?
Will is how positive and constructive is your thinking?
I'm like, no way. I have a,
Fuck
I have a
you.
really high will, yeah. So I'm like that. I'd say that's a terrible excuse to get out of your chores.
Yeah, actually, let's roll it off. Let's roll it off. Let's have
Oh, yeah, there you
let's have Yuri roll affection,
Yep.
and then Sochizuki can roll will. And what would Marketa roll?
Probably will as well.
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I got a 6, so 24.
Oh Jesus! All right.
Good
I got a
night.
4, so 4.
I got a 3, so 9.
9. Okay. Okay. So both of you brush it off and angrily reject Yuri. Yuri, you're gonna take stress from those
Oh yeah.
losses. So let's see, your affection is a 1,
Uh-huh.
and and so that was 24 stress and 9 stress.
Oh my
You
god,
did.
no way.
So remember when I said I had the lowest spirit out of everyone?
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
I immediately remember that I'm talking to ghosts. And
Yeah.
I freak out because I'm hyper religious.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I just start like crying. And
Oh
I
my
start, I pull out my little rosary and I start
Yeah, you start praying to God.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, these fucking ghosts, they won't listen to me. Like, they're so scary. And they can fold laundry real good.
Just one of them.
One of them can.
Well, I assume they're both very good at it, but I've never seen those kind of folds before.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the other one eventually
The
just stops.
eldritch underwear folds.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ooh, the eldritch folds.
The Eldritch
Mm.
Folds. Oh my god. It's my
Yeah,
OnlyFans name.
Yes,
So what-
right. Mhm.
So what is Yuri's total stress right now?
Oh god. 30 33.
Wow. Okay. So I'm setting a timer for 33 minutes.
Oh my god.
And every minute your stress goes down by 1 until it reaches 0.
And all I can do action wise is stuff related to praying.
Stuff related to fervent prayer. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay.
So
Wow.
enjoy the rest of this session, I guess. I don't know.
What?
Just sit back and enjoy.
Role playing on hard mode.
No
yeah,
shit.
I tried to tell you guys you were ghosts with one affection. And it did not go well.
Your handlers really fucked that one up. They're like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You know, he's
Send the rookie. Yeah.
he's boyish enough to pass as a girl, so send him in. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Some sort of weird 21 Jump Street perversion.
Yeah, for real.
Totally.
You're young enough to pass as a high schooler? No.
Yeah.
And putting the maid tires on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, so where to from here then?
I think this is the perfect time for a random event.
I think you're right. Does anyone want to dictate that, or you want to leave it up to me to decide?
Well, I haven't done one yet.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
So I might as well.
Roll a d6 for favor and choose your table, and I can recapitulate what those are, unless you have one in mind.
All right. 3.
3 points of favor. All right.
Okay. So I put this in my little favor tracker. Okay. Puts me down to 12. All right.
Okay.
And now I pick a table.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go with horror, or do you want to do something
We're
else?
gonna have to stick with horror, given that
All
we're
right.
ghosts.
D66, please.
And one of our member is stuck praying
Mhm.
fervently.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
31.
Okay. All right. Oh wow. Okay. So as you let's see how we put this. So as you put away the last bit of laundry and you turn around to give Yuri one more scornful look, you can see that Yuri appears to be kneeling in about like an inch of blood, and looking down you see that you too are standing in blood. In fact, all of you, the whole floor is covered in an inch of blood. So each one of you is going to take stress for that,
Uh-huh.
including Yuri,
And-
I guess.
And then do I also take a negative modifier because I've ruined my tights because I'm kneeling in the blood?
Yes, you do.
Okay, just making sure.
You do. Jesus. Good attention to detail there. I applaud your rules mongering. Well, actually, no. I am going to say though that Yuri is exempt from the stress because it says everyone who sees this, and as
Oh, yeah,
we've
I'm not
established,
paying
Yuri
attention.
is
Yeah.
fervently praying. So, Marquetta, you're going to take 7 stress, and Sochi, you take 4.
Oh, okay, I see. I've taken 14.
Oh, we're getting close to none of us being able to do anything.
I don't know because my will's 40 or my spirit's 40.
Yeah. And you've taken 14 so far?
Yeah.
All right. Not bad.
How much did
That's
you
not
say
bad.
that I take again? Apologies.
I
stress.
don't remember.
Was it?
Does anyone else remember? I know it was 4 for Sochi. I think it was 6.
6.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
right.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
All right.
No one rewind who is listening to this.
No.
Just roll with
That's
it.
right.
It's fine.
You
Just
also
take our word
forgot.
for it. It was 6.
Retcon. It's a retcon. It was 6.
I'll just edit in the correct number. It was
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Through the magic of editing.
Yeah.
Do the old Instagram voice. 7.
Exactly. 7. Okay. So we all see that. Well, I guess
Yeah.
I don't have a stress explosion, so
Nope.
but
All
it
right,
is
so I'm
scary.
gonna say that you're looking around and you see Master Trilby. He's standing in the doorway of the laundry room, and of course, being OCD and seeing the floor covered in blood, not great for him. Not a great day
Yeah.
for him. But he is holding that a black cat. He's holding the cat, and stroking it, and it's looking at you with scornful eyes, and he says, "Just look at the mess you've made." And he seems very very upset with all of you, indeed. So I think we're gonna do a little. He's gonna try to shut you down. So he's gonna do a shutdown.
Roll
move.
cold.
Yeah, he's rolling with cold. So this is good. He's going to be using skill because he's scorning your skill as maids. This would normally be skill versus skill unless you can come up with some reason why it wouldn't be. Obviously, Yuri, you are exempt from this. But Sochi, what would you use? Would you use skill?
I think skill is totally fine, especially
Okay.
because my skill and will are my highest. But since I'm such a dutiful maid, anyways, like skill is totally appropriate.
Okay. All right. I got a 6. Not great.
I got an 8. I rolled a 2.
All right, so he only takes, let's see, he's got a skill of 3, so that would just be I guess 2, right? Because we always round down. We always drop the fraction. So he's gonna take 2 stress. And let's see. Create a stress track for him here. Okay. How about Marquetta? You've got a 0 skill, so unless you can come up with some other way to defend yourself. Sochi, what do you do to deflect that?
Yeah, I think Sochi is just like I think she literally deflects it. And because Yuri just told us that we're all dead or whatever, like I'm probably just like point to Yuri and I'm like I'm like she's the one who did this, like she's the one over here telling us that we're all ghosts and we live in a haunted fucking mansion.
A haunted bunker.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm over there, in my little prayers, be like, and I'm so hungry. So if you could send me food, because ghost dino nuggets, they don't really do a lot.
I'm so hungry. I've been eating ghost food. All right, fair enough. How about Marquetta? Do you just want to take your chances and see how well I can roll, or what do you want to do?
Let's fall back on luck.
Oh, okay. I like luck. Good.
Because I feel like luck kind of a catch-all when you have to like just let the chips fall, as they may. So, yeah, luck. Make my luck roll.
Forgot you get a -1 to your roll.
Oh, that's right.
I do. Yes.
Some of the dice
Let's
roll.
see here. All right. 3 times 2 is 6. So 5. So how that works?
No, it'd be 3
So the
minus
roll.
1, so
Yeah.
times, and then
Before your
That
minus
makes
two,
more
so you
sense.
got
There we
4.
go. 4.
Yeah. So 4 total. I rolled a 6 times 3 is an 18. So
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Oh,
so your luck
come
normally
to the crazy side.
Yeah, that's right. Your luck is normally a 3. You said?
No, my luck's normally 2.
Normally
I roll.
2. Oh. Normally 2? Oh, okay. So I got an 18, so that's 9 stress. 9 stress.
Oh, okay.
You're like, that's fine.
Well, that's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I mean, it's bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But my total
It's
stress
interesting
is
'cause, like,
26
yeah.
now, so
What's your and what's your spirit? 26 against
30.
what? 30. Oh, uh-oh.
Yep,
Getting there.
getting there. About to freak out, man.
All right, so I'm gonna say since you lost that roll, Trilby particularly turns his attentions on you, and he says, go get a bucket and mop. I'm gonna stand here and watch you clean this up. I have my suspicions about your qualifications as a maid as it is. It seems like you're always getting other people to do the work for you.
All right. Awesome. About to go find a
Great.
bucket and a mop.
Oh God.
Well,
All
they're
right,
like,
Yuri.
right away. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Oh, sir. Oh, sir. Right away. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yuri, what do you want to do? Or no, sorry, you're not Yuri. Sochi, what do you want to do?
Oh my God. I feel like. Okay, so my stress explosion is rampage,
Mm-hmm.
but my maid roots are revenge, so I can still take acts of revenge upon this.
Of course, absolutely.
I think when that happens, because Tsuchisuke successfully deflected the responsibility, and so she's not being told to go clean the floors. So Sochisuke is gonna go like look for the the fire pole, so that like the sprinklers just like come on,
Okay.
and kind of like with the intent of just like making this place more of a mess, like tired of cleaning this place.
Ooh.
I'm
Cause the
gonna-
master some stress, maybe?
Yeah, cause the master some stress, exactly. And yeah, and also like maybe interrupt Yuri's prayer with all these with the sprinkler system.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, Yuri, your stress, by the way, is now down to 21.
Oh,
So
yeah.
here you go.
When it
Okay.
gets under my spirit, then
Yeah.
can I start acting normally? Or do I have to wait for it to reduce all the way down?
The
before
way the rules
I
are written
exist?
is that you have to wait for it to get to 0, but you can still
Okay.
act as long as you can work it into your stress explosion somehow.
Got
So
it.
like if you're trying to like, I don't know, exercise any demons or whatever the case
Right.
may be, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Actually, then
Hmm.
I might. So you said the master came in holding the spooky cat, right?
spooky cat. Yep.
All right. So I like look up for my little prayer, talking about my dino nuggets and how hungry I am.
Uh-huh.
And then I see the demon cat that's making all of us unlucky right now.
That's right.
And I'm like, oh, demon. And I take out my ghost gun.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, we're in full chaos mode at this point. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna take a shot at the demon cat.
Correct.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Athletics.
I rolled a 6.
Nice.
Times
Times what?
Where do I? Times 4.
Times
so
4.
it's a
That's 24.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I got a 2 total.
Yep.
And so that's 24 stress on the master. Okay. Brings his stress up to 26. And remember, his favorite maid is boyish, so he's particularly betrayed by this. You know?
No, I'm like, Master, the demon cat, much like Kenny's dealing with right now.
Do you see this? This is what I deal with.
What the fuck is this cat?
This is what he does all day, and then like at fucking 3 a.m.
Oh my god, what an
Because
asshole.
he refuses to stay inside. Hold on, I'm gonna let him in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd be like, Master, the demon cat, it's causing all of these problems. Can't you see?
All right, well, you caused enough stress to exceed his spirits, so he's having a stress explosion. And his stress explosion, if you recall, is complaining. Yes. So of course he's like, well, I thought there must have been something behind all of this, because look at this terrible mess. Where's Marquetta after all? Come back here, Marquetta, and start cleaning this up. Oh, and you too, Yuri, you should help out. Look at the state of your stockings. Oh my goodness, and so on and so forth. Oh, did you remember the -1 on your dice roll there?
No, I guess that would remove some of. So I would do 20 instead of 24 for this.
All right, still, that would have still been sufficient. Been sufficient. Okay. So, but I'll just make a note of that. He's at 24 stress instead of 26. Okay. Or no, 22 stress. 22 stress. Okay. So yeah, he just goes into full complaining mode. And by the way, Marquetta, you lost 2 favor from him singling you out like that. So so you're going to be coming back with the mop and bucket. Now you can spend 10 favor to give yourself 1 skill if you want, or think of something else. Think of another approach.
Yeah, I mean, Marquetta's not good at mopping and bucketing and all this kind of stuff, and she falls back on all these other skills. Now, I know Master specifically was like, I've been pondering your skill as a maid and all that kind of stuff like that. But I think Marquetta's just fallen in on that's just how I do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
More than one way to skin a cat type of situation. So my thought was, while, removing myself from the heated situation to retrieve a mop and bucket, it would be another to switch the bots from sweep and vacuum mode to mop mode.
Okay.
From dry cleanup to wet cleanup.
Yes,
is my thought.
Shop
and then
bots.
when I come back, just presenting, my that's just how I do it. What? Okay. The net result is the same. So is the idea. All right. So we're trying a cunning roll. Okay.
We are. Actually, before you do that, though, we need to determine if Sochizuki set off the sprinklers or not, because that would, I think that would complicate things for the robots. So,
yes.
So Sochi, that would also be a cunning roll for you.
Okay.
We'd like to see them not be waterproof and go haywire.
Right.
Exactly.
So I rolled a 2 and my cunning is 2, so 4.
Oh, okay. That difficulty was a 5. So you have been unable to locate any kind of fire alarm pull.
Oh, I'd probably probably yell Yuri's name like it's her fault.
That's fair.
And I'll as punishment for your failure, I will roll on the horror random events table here, and we'll just see. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's keep the weirdness going. You're gonna find an item. I'm gonna roll on the D666 table. And see if you can find the goddess's fertility milk or something else here.
Oh God, please.
Yeah, because you were looking for something and you didn't find what you're looking for, but you found something else, right?
Exactly.
That's great.
Trying to do all the bells and whistles here,
Not to put too
All right.
fine a point on it. Sorry.
261 is our total. Is our number, rather. And that makes no sense. Okay.
Found a dragon.
You don't know.
Wait, am I on the right table? Because that seems very that's not an item. That's it's a quality. Hold on.
You found dignity.
No, that's
Found dignity.
yeah,
No.
basically. I mean, essentially.
Not me.
You found
Sir.
redemption.
That is essentially what it was. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is a technique. Although technically part of the item table, these are actually special moves or traits. These essentially can't be removed once equipped. Also, a technique item will attach itself to the PC whose player rolled the dice, regardless of who he or she might be hoping it will affect. Okay. I mean, we can go with this if you'd like. Destructive tone deafness.
Destructive tone deafness.
Your singing can cause machines to go haywire, glass to shatter, spirits to break. If you get this, you gain song as a weapon, and when you sing, anyone who can hear you is automatically attacked.
So I'm looking for the thing. I scream Yuri's name.
Yeah.
Like it's her fault.
Yes.
And the windows shatter style.
Yeah, you've discovered another one of your latent powers from your experimentation phase.
Oh, totally. Oh my god, it's perfect.
Get, black bolt powers all of a sudden.
Yeah. Although
so is this a special quality?
it's a technique, and so it just says you gain song as a weapon.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, so I'll put it as a maid weapon.
Yeah. I am sorry though that you did not find the maid training exoskeleton so that you could come in Ripley style in this fucking maid exoskeleton.
It's probably best I didn't, because I would have been obsessed with this game. Yeah, exactly. Where do you want it?
You can also find a terrorist group.
A terrorist group.
What the hell?
This is a band of ordinary people who, for economic, political, ideological, or religious reasons, have become involved in subversive protests or even terrifying acts of discussion or destruction. If you equip this group, you can attack enemy groups using protests or even terrorism.
Oh my god!
If you equip this group,
I will equip the group.
Equipped my terrorist group.
Yeah. Terrorist group locked and loaded.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. So we'll go back to Marquetta.
And now I'm like a weird banshee, you know?
Yeah. Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
So good. So good.
Oh yeah. All right, so Marquetta, you are not inconvenienced by sprinklers going off, so now you may go ahead with your cunning roll at a lower difficulty than what it would have otherwise been.
Okay, let's see if I can pull this off. Oh, fuck. 1.
Oh no.
So that's a 3 for my attempt to switch the maid mode, Robo Maid, from
Difficulty was
sucked
5.
blow.
Yeah. So if anything, they'll just kind of make things worse here and just start to spread the blood around to different corridors and, like, you know, push it in front of them basically and so forth. Let's see if there's any other horror events we can generate though. Let's see. Here's the event tables. D66 horror event. All right. Who has the highest cunning?
Mine's
I'm
3.
3.
Yeah.
So it's a tie.
Okay.
But I'm in a stress explosion. So probably,
oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
So Marquetta, like, yeah, as you see these robots fail to clean up, and you know, you're just fearing for what the consequences will be. You feel something strange, a presence coiled around you, and you realize that you need to go find Sochizuki and eliminate her.
What?
You have assassin ghost in your ghost. Yo, dog, I heard you like ghosts.
Put a ghost in your ghost.
Put an assassin ghost in your assassin ghost.
Well, I just love that Marquetta was the one maid who's not an assassin, and now she is.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's a sleeper agent.
now you're all trying to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
All right. So Yuri, what are you doing? You
Tell me about my
banished the
stress.
cat, you know.
Uh-huh.
So what do
I
how do
feel
you want to follow
luckier.
that up?
What's my stress at currently?
Let's see. Yeah, and I'm gonna say, yeah, the cat was banished, and so none of you have that luck penalty now.
Woo.
Your luck is at, or your stress is at 9 currently.
Okay. Huzzah. Oh man. I think I'm in the middle of praying and then there's blood everywhere. Oh, I need to change my stockings, so excuse me, sweet baby Jesus, while I go do that, and I'm gonna go change my stockings while I'll pray.
Oh my god.
Reasonable. Go ahead and give me a skill roll against your current stress
Yeah,
of
but
9 difficulty.
Putting on
I-
stockings and taking off wet stockings does take skill, so
Ugh.
that's
That's
fair.
true. Especially
I'm
while
also-
you're trying to pray.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've also
so-
prayed while changing stockings. So.
Right, we've all been there.
I mean, we've all
Um,
been there. Let's be
4
honest.
minus 1 for the dirty stockings I'm trying to take off is
Yes.
3 times
Oh.
2 is 6.
Oh no! Okay, so you have failed in your mission to change your stockings. So I'm going to invoke another horror event for that.
Oh no,
Yes.
I'm going all horror.
Why not? All right, let's see. A scream resounds through the mansion. Everyone
Oh,
is left
another one.
uncomfortable and takes stress. All right, so
Sochi, why are you doing this to us?
that's Sochi's scream. Exactly.
I know, yeah, it is.
All right, so Sochi, you take 3. Marquetta, you take 4. Uh-oh, I think that was your threshold
Yeah,
there.
that puts me up to 30. Yeah.
And Yuri, you take 2.
Okay.
All right, so what is Marquetta's stress explosion?
Spoiled child.
Real child. Okay,
Oh, you start acting like the master.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
basically. Interesting. All right. Oh man, I'm gonna need multiple timers, I guess.
So I have to spoiled childly try to assassinate Suki. Is that
yes.
She ruined everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You have
yeah.
you have 2. Yeah, you have 2 objectives here for sure.
Yeah, she ruined everything.
It's not fair. It isn't
Yeah.
fair.
It's
That's like the most childish thing I can think of.
It's gonna be-
Definitely.
Oh, that's gonna be. We gotta have that. 2 maids fighting, one with a giant scythe and one with like a scalpel from the doctor's office. It's so good.
I know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous.
And just screaming.
Oh yeah, I have song. I could just
Yeah.
fucking blast.
Oh
her
right,
away.
yeah, you could use a sonic attack with like the little circles expanding out from your mouth.
Absolutely, we'll do that.
All right,
I was
cool.
gonna say,
But my
that's the
athletics
way
is
to go.
trash.
Oh
So-
no.
bro. I mean, I'm at 1 as well, so
Oh, good.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it'll be, it'll
slap
be a real
fight
slog.
going on. Yeah.
slap fight. All right, so the master has been left alone. Yuri is attempting to change her stockings, so let's go to this fight somewhere in the bowels of the isosceles. 2 maids square off.
Yeah, for real. All right. So is our fights always athletics?
No, they can be something else if you can come up with it.
I kind of want. I feel like if I'm going to use song, it needs to be my will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
By just being like, well, first of all, I guess how is Marquetta like approaching me?
Yes, let's set the scene.
Well, I had to hunt you down and try to assassinate you. So, but Marquetta's very stalkery and cunning, so it wouldn't be like a charge at you straight down a hallway kind of thing. It'd be a ambush, kind of stalk and ambush sort of situation. I think is how.
Mhm.
Marquetta would come at Suki.
But you are also having a tantrum.
But I'm also having a temper tantrum. So I have to do it the spoiled child version of a stalk and ambush, right? So I'm thinking, what, hide behind a door, or when I see you turn the corner down a hallway, hold up a blanket and then like let it go and like step out of to disappear. Something like that. No, that's childlike, but it's not spoiled child tantrumy.
Mm-hmm.
You could just like yell, like challenge me.
Yeah, just be like stalking the halls, going like, Soche, get out here. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something like that. That's definitely
Yeah.
a temper tantrum
This
kind
is
of thing.
all your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
That
take
sounds
you
good.
out.
Yeah.
Also remember that
Get out
you
here and
can
fix this.
you can spend 1d6 favor to give yourself a +1 to a die roll or attribute score for one action. So
Ooh,
just
one
incidentally.
action. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Yep. So yeah, I think stalking the halls, like, screaming out for you to show yourself because it's all your fault and it's not fair. And
Yeah.
all of that is the best approach in context.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the like the low camera angles from like our feet, like looking at each other like across the hall. I've got my scalpel. I think actually in my song might also be channeled through my raven.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So I've got my scalpel out, my raven's flying around. And there's just that standoff. And Sochisuke says, she says, "You were never any good at this job."
Burn.
I know, yeah.
Man, my maid power is mockery, so you've stepped into my dojo now.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Oh yeah, mine's immune to pain, so good luck.
Oh shit, that's right.
I'm not gonna take any stress for this. Yeah.
That's horrible. This fucking poltergeist or whatever is forcing Marquetta to like go after someone who is literally unkillable in a battle scene. Amazing. Well,
Awesome.
let's just see how it goes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use will and just like shout in anger at you.
All right.
Just amplified by my raven. So
Okay.
I only rolled a 2, but my will is a 4, so that puts it as an 8. But can I spend 1d6 now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I spend 6 favor.
Oh shit. Oh.
Which puts me down to 12 favor.
Okay.
Well.
But it does make my 8 a 12, so that's not bad.
Okay.
All right. Phew. Okay, let's see here. Will against will alone.
Here we go.
Because I'm being a very willful child, as the phrase goes. So
I like it. Makes sense.
This was the shout that came out, right? Yeah.
Yes.
But it was like a raven caw.
Yeah, a little. It's like a mixture of both. I'm now thinking that like the raven is just like the physical manifestation of Suki. So like Suki is like the ghost, and then like the raven is just there. So it kind of just
actually physical.
Yeah.
I
Is it still
like that.
just screaming my name?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
All right. You are at 0 stress, Yumi, as of right now.
All right. So I have to try to counter this attack with my will. Is that where we're at? Okay. So I like the idea of how you described it before, that there was the like concentric circles to represent the sound wave, shockwave blast coming out. And yeah, I want to see if I can use psychic scythe with my willpower to slash that and like cause it to divert around me.
Hell yeah.
The idea that I have here. Let's see if it goes my way.
Now I want to go pop open that other huge anime RPG.
I know, right? I know. But it does not.
God damn it!
I don't
this
think...
this session turned us all into weebs. All right.
What'd you roll, Sati? That was a little.
He's like, "What do you mean, turned me into?"
It was.
I know.
I rolled a 2, so we're looking at a 6.
Oh shit! A 6 against a 12.
12.
Kenny, you got?
Yeah.
All right. So
I couldn't have rolled a 4 or better to at least tie it, and that settles it. I'm buying a dice tower.
There you go.
That way I can
that's
put off 4 somewhere else.
That's right. So that's 4 stress to Marquetta. Now you're already in stress explosion mode.
Yeah.
Where are you at currently?
30 for 30. So that would put me at 34.
34. All right.
Yeah.
And I didn't set a timer, but I think it was at about 9 minutes on Yuri's clock. We took it. So we'll say that's 24 minutes remaining. Okay.
Ridiculous.
It's brutal.
Might be the most punishing mechanic I've encountered.
For real. Now here's the odd part is that like there's no real like penalty for taking more stress other than just adding to your time of your stress explosion. Like there's really no way to like knock someone out of the game, you know? So like we've sort of got a immovable force versus a irresistible object here.
Right, yeah, true.
Kind of situation, since you don't take you don't take stress from battles. So let's see here. All right. Let's see what we can do. All right, there we go. All right, I rolled on the horror. I rolled on the horror events table.
Yeah.
And I got the fucking everyone falls unconscious result again. So
good.
Deus Ex Horrifica.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, since we're coming up on time anyway, that Yuri, when you wake up, you're no longer stress exploding. Right. So, you know, you wake up and you were just like lying in that courtyard of the isosceles. The rain has stopped. The acid rain has stopped. And it's just like eerily silent as you know, you just hear like the dripping of water off the roof and you know, columns and stuff. And yeah, you're sort of left questioning whether that was all really a dream or not. But one thing's for sure, you weren't able to bust any ghosts on this assignment, sadly.
Yeah.
That being said, where's everyone's favor totals at?
Mine's 12.
Yeah, mine's 10.
Mine's 2.
No way.
Yeah. I lost 10 right at the end there, so I was at 12, but then I got that minus 10 from the what is this mess?
Oh, right. Oops.
Brutal.
All right, so I'm gonna say, Yuri, you look up and you see a raven, you know, perched on like an exposed beam, and it's just like kind of staring down at you. You know, in a very kind of like you got off lucky this time kind of vibe, you know, like,
yeah,
don't try it again if you know what's good for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was unexpectedly, I mean, I knew it was going to be chaotic, but I didn't know it was going to take us in those directions.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. I mean, I can see how you could do like campaign mode with this. Like,
yeah, especially if you went like episodic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like, you know, any of us, we're all gonna play like whatever the game ends up being. we're all gonna have a fun time with it because we're all just
Yeah,
good storytellers.
of course. Yeah.
But the game, I think the game really did facilitate like taking us in some interesting ways. Yeah, I had a blast. It was fun. I'd play it again.
For sure.
Definitely.
That was cool.
Yeah. And I agree. It did kind of get me thinking like, yeah, anime games in general, fun, nice, good times. Like we should probably do more of that, you know.
Well, we backed that one, didn't we? Or I did.
Which one?
That break. That's what it was called. Break!
Oh,
Exclamation
break.
point.
Yeah. 2 exclamation points, I believe.
2 exclamation points.
Yeah, there's various systems out there. There's break, there's OVA, which is open versatile anime, which is kind of like your kitchen sink system. You know, anything goes. I don't know. There's a lot out there. So Maid RPG.
Yeah.
As well.
Right.
Today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor. Leave a comment on this episode and you may be selected to win a free copy. No.
Oh man, I'd comment.
I know, right?
For real.
There's like one comment. It's like, I guess you won.
You're the lucky.
It's my
winner.
sock puppet. It's my sock puppet account.
Your sock puppet. Yeah, I'm like, just send me your email. And it's like your email. I'm like, hey. All right. Well, any concluding thoughts before we sign off from Maid RPG?
Well,
Yeah, Rainey, how did you find it?
Yeah.
I mean, I had fun, obviously, because I like playing with you guys. I can see though, like when you start to get into a stress spiral, it is rough having a game that like, I mean, you can do stuff as long as you're doing it while you're doing your thing, but depending on what your stress explosion is, it does kind of take you out of the game for a bit.
Yeah.
And especially since most people's spirit is going to be somewhere between like 20 and 40, like that's a lot of time, like real world time to like
it is
penalize the player. So like their real world time elements, like, you know, sultrily comforting each other for 10 minutes of real time and stuff like that is a little weird. It's a little weird.
It's a bit weird. Any kind of game that uses like having to set a stopwatch, that's always like so dicey, no pun intended.
It is,
you know,
yeah.
Because it's just like it seems fun in theory, and then you actually do it, and it's kind of like, oh, you know,
right? Because like scenes in a game move so much faster than they do in real life because they're just the important parts, and so yeah, it's like 10 minutes is a very long time for like the short event. So yeah, that's the like, I guess the only thing I would say about like the negative side of it. But otherwise, just having all the tables to rely on and being able to react to weird stuff happening, that's always fun.
Yeah, I think the stress explosion spiral for sure is a downside. And also, like you said, we had an immovable object and an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Like,
which is of course the other thing. When you have that much randomness in a system, you're going to get these interactions that you just can't predict, you know?
Right.
So like, because literally those were both from random tables. Like, you don't suffer battle damage.
Too. I have super evasion.
Right.
Yeah, like, so we'd all just be like flailing at each other until we all decide to do something else, I guess. Like, you know, we go like, you know what? We give up, random event. Like, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Because it's like, all right, well, we're gonna do a couple rounds of combat and like paint a cool picture of what like an anime made fight scene would look like, which we did. But then like a player who gets tired of it is like, okay, I'm going to do a random event and see what happens. And it could come, you know, knock us out or introduce, you know, I mean, it could have been anything. You know, I don't know what's in the books.
Yeah.
But even if it wasn't.
Because that was my plan if we didn't run out of time, is when I was done with my stress fallout was just to introduce one of like the weird positive events.
Right.
Just be like, like just to throw everything off because we'd been in a horror spiral. So,
yeah. Positive event.
If David didn't want to roll in a horror, he could have rolled a romance thing, and me and you know, Marquetta and Soshisuke could have been like, you know, touching fingers at the end of it and
touching fingers,
cuddling and figuring out what's next.
So because basically what I went with for wrapping that up is the completely random style. It says for this style, there's no predetermined way to bring the session to a close. If the GM and players reach the conclusion of a random event in a way they think works for tying things up, you can simply end the session there. So that's basically what I did.
Right.
So such an adventure might last 10 minutes or could last 30 or more. So
10
and then
minutes.
10 minutes. And then the daily life one, it's like you're just supposed to do like the one day. So if things hadn't gotten so off the rails, we would have just played through that day. And then at the end of the day, been like, okay, what's everyone's favors or
Right.
favorite rating? And then the scenarios, of course, obviously have their own win conditions or like what you're trying to do. So it would be interesting to try like a scenario, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
And just see how
Yeah,
that
I
goes.
agree.
But yeah,
I had fun. Like I said, I had fun. I'd
Yeah.
do it again.
it was fun. Yeah, they have like other variations. They have one where you all play shrine maidens in modern day Japan, trying to
Heck yeah.
defend a shrine against a god who's being threatened by demons or something like that. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, there's just a lot of different ways to play it for sure. So anyway, like the scenario they suggest for like the basic introductory scenario is actually set in like a fantasy world, and you're like the maids of like some dude who's running a dungeon. So like whatever that game was called, Dungeon Siege or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and it's like I don't know, like your master's like a literal demon. So and that's like their
Dungeon
like
keeper.
basic introductory scenario. I'm like, I don't know about that, but not to start with,
Yeah, true. Next time.
And
Next time.
another cool scenario would be like, as when Resident Evil first came out back in the day, I'm playing it with my friends and I stuff like I always commented on how like you go back to an area where you had previously been and you like killed a zombie and now the zombie's just like gone. So we came up with the concept of like, oh yeah, the zombie maids have been here and cleaned up all the carnage, just because
Funny.
there wasn't enough memory or whatever in the PlayStation back then to like keep that in those static 3D environments the way that the game was made. So or static 2D, I guess. Anyway, so that kind of scenario where it's like, yeah, you're just maids in this like mansion where all of this, and there's a hero going through fighting like mutated plants and zombies and mutant bats and whatever else, giant spiders. And then after the battle, you have to like go into the room and like clean up all of the carnage and restore it back to its previous
the
state.
critters. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Set the
totally.
traps.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. The dungeon caretakers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll revisit it one day. Who knows?
Who knows? Either way, thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thank you, David, for running this. And
yeah, of course. I mean,
good time.
they were right about it being easy to pick up. I literally didn't crack it open until last night, and it was pretty easy to figure out like how to run it. So yeah. All right, y'all. Glad we produced something that we can release to the public.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes, could have easily been not.
Not so much.
Not so much. Yeah.